Hey folks, just letting you know we are now live for everyone that just streamed. We had a little technical difficulties. You didn't miss much. You missed the first 5 girls matches. The Raiders went 4-1 in those matches with Sammy Allen picking up a pin, Kira Pellinger picking up a pin, Sabrina Chudzik picking up a pin, Lily Watts picking up a pin, and Esme Renicky losing by a pin in the second period. So just give you a quick rundown of the girls' matches that you may have missed. On the boys' side, this is the first match, so we're in the second period with Parker Taylor up 7-0 against Carrie and Lloyd.
Right.
So we apologize about the technical difficulties. We're now live, and we're going to give you a little update on how we're doing here. Parker Taylor, a sophomore, filling in as a starter this week. Carrie Ann Lloyd, a 8th grader, their preferred starter. Third period, Parker Taylor up 7-0. He had a big turn off of an inside cradle. Good takedown by Lloyd.
Go to his belly here.
He's got a belly down. He's giving up a 3-point takedown here. It's now 7-3. Let's see if Coach Moeller cuts him. Wasn't able to turn him in the second period.
He did get deep. Now,
You can
Parker,
see Coach Moeller telling him, go back on your feet. Now 8-3.
and if you're Parker, you gotta bring those legs down. He went for a hard. He's got to be careful here. He did get the roll through one time with that. Goes inside trip. I like.
To his back.
Those are those long legs.
See if he can flatten him out here. He's got over a minute to try to work on it.
There
He gets
it
the pin. Good work by Parker Taylor.
Yeah, he got into that tough situation. We've seen a few wrestlers do that several times. Cullen Brendelin is a previous wrestler that did that a lot, down on his legs, and just kind of is able to either inside trip or high flyer to go the other way.
Hey, it's just for our fans that tuned in late and maybe missed the girls' action. We will re-upload the girls' matches for you so that you'll have access to that. We apologize about that. Definitely some technical difficulties, so we will get that for you. All right, that'll take us to our second match of the night. R.J. Henson, the freshman, is going to take the mat against Adrien Treak, a senior. Treak, probably their best wrestler. He was first at the Fridley Invite and second at Andover. He's a tough senior. Taking on R.J., a freshman who's filling in a little bit here. Does have some varsity wins, but Treziak with their early takedown.
Yeah, and RJ being, I believe this is his third year wrestling, started as a 7th grader. Very, very physical, very, very aggressive, but still learning the sport, still growing in that technical side of it. And he's already got, I think, several varsity wins, and you can see him. He's just scrappy.
Yeah, he is.
And I tell you what, RJ is strong. He's very, very strong.
Treziak is too. You can tell he's a very physical senior. A little shuck behind. Doesn't work, though, now up to our feet. It's now 3-1. Good wrestling by RJ. RJ comes from a wrestling family as well. His dad was a wrestler in the state of Iowa. That's how it works here in Hastings, right? A lot of wrestling families from one generation to the next.
Right, and if they're not, a lot of times wrestling is such a we have done quite well in the sport of wrestling here, so we get a lot of kids that have wrestled and wrestling families that come in.
Good front headlock position here. Elbow got trapped a little deep here, though. He doesn't want to be there. Clears out, back on her feet, 3-1. Good shot by Treziak. Tries to go up and scoop the head, but he gets a takedown, bails out. It's now 6-1.
And I like RJ in those ties. Get into those ties. It just looks like they're shooting from space a little bit, and that's what's getting them.
You can see Coach Denver Moeller with the hat there. He's their head coach. He's also the middle school AD. So it does a lot to develop these kids. Coach Moeller mentioned that there are 50 wrestlers signed up for wrestling at the high school level this year, which is pretty impressive. Said their numbers are great, and I know at the middle school as well, they have over 30 kids. So the numbers are good in North St. Paul.
Yeah, for sure. And it's always fun to see.
So after one period, Treziak up 6-1. He defers. RJ is going to go back down. The Raiders with good numbers this year as well. At the middle school level, they had 65 kids. The high school, just over 50. I know at the elementary school level in our club, about 75, I believe. So definitely good numbers across the board. Great to see the sport of wrestling growing. Our girls' numbers as well. Excellent. Over 35 girls wrestling this year. Hastings continues to grow the sport of wrestling in our city. They make it accessible. They make it affordable. And that's one of the cool things about the sport here in this town.
Yeah, and one thing that they started Hastings started that every Monday night it's girls wrestling, and it's free, completely free. Just getting girls inside the wrestling room, but essentially you're trying to draw in athletes. Because as an athlete, if somebody likes that physicality, and likes to be an athlete, wrestling is one of the best things to grow that.
Nice hip heist to turn away there and get the escape. Now 6-2, Treziak in the lead. RJ can get a takedown here. That would really change the match.
And I like him in these ties. I don't want to. You can see that he's got a nice block there. Kind of continue to work his head down, but don't let him shoot from space. Start grabbing wrists right now.
Yeah, slow
I don't want to
him
be
down.
here. Yep. You gotta a nice
Good
shot
single
there.
leg shot. See if RJ can get his leg back here. Got to really stuff the head and get that leg back. Treziak's going to get another takedown now, 9-2. As we mentioned, Treziak probably their best kid. Had the most success, at least, in the tournaments that they've been in.
Absolutely, and as a senior, I believe he's a senior this year, doing well, especially placing very high in those 2 tournaments. He's coming up at the right time because you got sections here in the next month. You want to make sure you're at your peak performance.
9-3 now. We're going to update the score here as we go. Elbow's a little deep on this one. We don't want to be there.
I don't want to be on my knee here.
RJ's going to be a kid, though, I think that in the next couple of years, you're going to watch him get better and better and better. If he puts in the work in the summertime, it's really going to make a huge difference. 12-3 now in favor of Treziak. It's his choice. He's going to go back on his feet. He's taken him down 4 times so far. Probably not a surprise that he's going that route.
Well, and if you look at RJ, he went from the middle
Good
school
single leg shot.
Middle school room to nicely done getting that leg out. Went from the middle school room to the varsity mat, which is a huge jump.
Yeah.
Right. Especially right away.
Especially a kid that's relatively inexperienced as well.
Yeah.
So 12-4 right now in favor of Treziak. He's back in on a shot. Gets another takedown, now 15-4. As we update the score. Points are coming in fast and furious here. About 90 seconds left in this match. You're going to start seeing some of the hammers coming down for Hastings in the next couple of weight classes. We'll talk more about those guys coming up soon. It's now 18-4.
You're looking at this. He wants one more takedown for a tech here.
Might try to ride him out, look for a turn. We'll see what Treziak decides to do here.
Looks like he's trying to work for that arm bar. You want to keep those hands. Kind of want to flip those hands around. It sounds so small, but keep those palms up so many times so they can't get to your wrists as easy.
Yeah, and one of the other successes that North St. Paul has been able to have so far this year is they do have a couple section wins, which for them that's a big deal. Anytime you can get section wins, it's a program that has struggled a little bit with numbers and success. So to get a couple section wins already, that really boosts your confidence.
Yeah, trying to get a seed right at that, a good seed at your tournament.
Good shot attempt.
Maybe you can. Oh, I like the dive through. It just didn't get rolled all the way.
Got to hold on to that leg.
Still keeps the leg. 20 seconds left. He's got a battle here.
Not give it up if we possibly can.
And there it goes. Nope. Still able to. He kind of hooked the elbow.
Nothing yet. Short time. He gives it up at the buzzer. Shoot.
3 seconds left.
Good battle by RJ Henson though. Yep. Treziak gets the tech fall though with about 1 second left in this match.
It was very, very close.
Yeah, you see the physicality of the senior there taking over. Let's see it one more time.
And again, a little bit from space here. I like the roll through attempt. Trying to give yourself a shot. You have nothing to lose, right?
No. And it's just for me, it's a little bit about hand positioning. I think if he slides his hand inside instead of coming around the head,
yep,
a lot more different.
Almost looked like he was trying for the almost a headlock.
All right, this will take us to 121 pounds, where freshman Becket Edstrom is going to take the match. He's taking on Adrien Fuks, the freshman from North St. Paul. A little bit about Becket Edstrom. He's currently ranked 3rd in the state. As you can see, he got the early takedown and escape. He also recently won the Bi-States tournament, a tournament with 66 different teams. He won that tournament, beating multiple state champs from Wisconsin. He had an awesome tournament.
Yeah, and that was coming off the big Christmas, placing at the Christmas tournament where he was taking 3rd. He's been wrestling really, really well this year.
Flurry of takedowns so far. It's now 12-4. As he tries to get him to his back. He's really tough in this crossface ride. We saw him in the finals of the Bi-States lock up a cradle multiple times.
Yes.
He's going to take his time and settle in on this one. Really stretching him out, trying to get this pin. Plenty of time to finish this off, and he gets the pin.
There we go.
Nicely done by Becket Edstrom.
Yeah, I got
After his 5th takedown, finishes him off.
I was about to say 5 takedowns in less than a minute, then going right to a cradle. I like what you do.
So Becket Edstrom stays hot as we go up to 127 pounds, where William Bainbridge, the sophomore, is going to take the mat. He's going to take on Alex C., the junior from North St. Paul. Will Bainbridge, a kid coming off a knee surgery over the summer. He tore his, was it MCL, I believe?
Yes, or was it the... I believe you're right.
Oh, they're going to forfeit to him, unfortunately. So a little bit about Will Bainbridge as he exits the mat. He was preseason ranked this year. 1 match away from placing at Bi-States. Has been wrestling up and down, kind of battling some injuries, but when he is on, he can beat anybody.
Yes, and he's very, very dangerous.
All right, they're going to forfeit at 133 pounds to Donovan Ward as well. The senior's going to get the forfeit. Donovan was 1 match away from placing at the Bi-States, having a really good senior year. That'll take us to 139 pounds, where Trey Bisel is going to take the mat. He's going to take on JJ Manuba. JJ is also a senior. Trey Bisel's been on an absolute tear. Be ready, folks, because there's going to be a lot of takedowns here.
In a very short amount of time.
Oh, great finish as he gets an early takedown. Cuts him, goes back to his feet, snap down.
And you could just see the quickness in his feet. Holy cow.
So a little bit about Trey Bisel, the University of Minnesota Gopher commit. He was the outstanding wrestler at both the Bi-States and the Christmas tournament. Put that in perspective. 66 different teams, 14 different weight classes. You can do the math on that, folks. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely. And that Christmas tournament win that he had was against, I believe he was the number 15th ranked kid in the country. Wrestled another top wrestler in the state of Minnesota, Chase Mills. On the semis, had a great match. He's been wrestling really, really, really well. Actually teched his way through the Bi-States.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Yep.
He was named outstanding wrestler at both tournaments, as we mentioned. Different pathways for both. As the tech happens in just around a minute, flurry of takedowns. Trey Bisel puts on a clinic here. Boy, he is fun to watch. Let's see it one more time. Goes low single finish.
And that's what the Bi-States looked at like for Trey. When he is attacking, there is not a better person in the state of Minnesota.
Yes.
And when he attacks and he drives to his stuff, he's so much fun to watch. You can watch it in his feet. I love to come here and watch Trey Bisel wrestle.
All right, so Rocco Elonardo is going to take the mat at 145 pounds. The sophomore, he's going to take the mat against Jayon Reed, a senior. Reed, a very physical kid, doesn't mind going upper body here. Rocco doesn't mind either. Very, very good Greco-Roman wrestler here. He's going to go upper body and see what he can do. Goes bear hug.
Just didn't get that lock low enough. He was so close, right? Just kind of stayed in that middle portion of the back. If he could have dropped it down, he could run right into a bear hug, maybe a little toss off to the side. Rocco's one of those guys that he's always been. Now he's in the
good
smaller
shot
weights.
attempt. See if he can finish this.
He's in those middleweights now, but he's very comfortable in these positions. I always said he was a big guy in a small guy body.
He's getting bigger and stronger, as you can see. Rocco currently ranked 10th in the state. He was 8th at the Bi-State tournament. Wrestled really, really well, beat multiple ranked Wisconsin kids. He's in on a front headlock, see if he can finish. Switches off to kind of an inside cradle, gives it up, but gets the takedown. He had a couple barn burner matches, too, that were just awesome to watch.
Yeah.
Double overtime winners that against state-ranked kids from Wisconsin. Just had an awesome tournament.
But I like that straight-on blast double. Just get in, get those feet moving.
Yeah, and Reed's reaching a lot. You can see it. He's just kind of lunging. This perfect time to take a shot.
You can see him just kind of loading it up there.
Rocco's good in all 3 positions. He does not mind wrestling on the mat, but he also likes to go upper body and mix it up on his feet. We might see fireworks here. He locks it up, hips in.
He's got that arm still trapped.
Gets another takedown with 12 seconds left. He's going to try to finish him off. Now 6-1.
Goes right for a little cheap tilt. controls that wrist almost into a claw right there. He's going to ride out the rest of that first period.
All right, so 6-1 after 1. It is Reed's choice here. Let's see a little replay of this upper body toss. Just
didn't get the lift. And again, that's where his lock just needs to drop down just a little bit more, and he'd get a little bit more power and a little bit more strength coming from your legs.
And credit Reed, too. He's a very physical, strong kid, as you can see.
Yeah.
Rocco up to his feet pretty early. See if he can control these hands and turn away.
It kind of looks like Reed just kind of wants to lock his hands and try to bring him right over the top, wants to throw him.
Good mat return by Reed, though. Brings him right back. They did call stalling because he wasn't working to improve.
Yep, and you can see him driving off the mat. It's not going to surprise me if they call him stalling one more time here. Oh, he cut him.
All right, now 7-1 in favor of Rocco. Get back at his feet with 90 seconds left in the second period. Rocco, a kid that's battled injuries in the last couple years. Looks healthy, looks fresh. He looks like he's ready to compete with anybody in the state right now. Rocco also a kid that with very strong legs. He's a kid that has worked hard in the weight room in the off season, and it's paid off.
But he shot up from one year to the next, didn't he?
Yeah, I think preseason they had him at like 126 pounds, and he's not even close to that.
No.
Another takedown, it's now 10-1. He'll cut him, and that'll be 10-2. Another blast double. See if he can come up with this.
Drop him, sit him right down.
Another takedown. It's now 13-2.
Now he's kind of opened it up here.
13-3. This is where you really break down your opponent. Good shot attempt. See if he can cut the corner here. Limp arms out. Another takedown. Needs one more. 16-4 as he pushes him out of bounds.
And I like this shot. Look at him just kind of load up and attack that one leg. There it is. I love it.
Yeah, and he was going blast double, kind of mixed it up with that single leg. That's a good change of pace.
And that's one thing as a younger wrestler in the sport.
Nice shot, see if he can finish.
You want to have shots to both legs, and that's exactly what Rocco's showing here. He's gone upper body. He's gone to both legs here. Sit him down.
Keep him on the mat. Toes are in. That's it. Nicely done by Rocco Elonardo. Gets the tech fall for the Raiders in the second period.
And he did it with a flurry of different shots, right? He went to that single to that left side. He went to the, single to the right side, high C to the left. He hit a snap down. He went upper body. He really showed the versatility of a wrestler that he is.
Yeah, absolutely. And, those are one of those matches, too, where you got to open up and try new things and build your confidence.
For sure.
Hey, that'll take us to 152 pounds, where the Raiders are going to send out junior David Bauer. He's going to take the mat against Grant Siebert. Siebert, a senior. He's a captain for the Polars. Bauer coming back to the mat this year after taking a couple years off. Great to see David back. He's a kid that grew up in the wrestling program. He's been around the sport for a long time as he tries to go dump with that left-handed high crotch.
Yeah, and I like that he came back senior year.
Nice shot by David Bauer.
Senior year makes his way onto that starting lineup, right?
Junior year,
yep. Makes a way onto that.
Good finish.
That starting lineup, and he's a kid that has always worked. Had him in our wrestling room for multiple years, and he works his butt off day in and day out.
And good to see him smiling too.
Yeah, it's nice. I think he's enjoying it.
Yeah, he's a serious kid. You don't get a lot out of David. He's just kind of a blue-collar, hard-working kid. Good to see him having fun.
Yes.
I think sometimes wrestlers are their own worst enemies and put pressure on themselves. David's just having fun this year. No pressure.
And he's finding different spots of, what, if one teammate wants to go somewhere, I'll go to the other spot.
Good shot. See if David can finish here on the edge of the mat. Nice. Drives across. That's a beautiful finish by David Bauer. Now 6-1. David's really tough on top, so if he can get on top here and hold him down, he's got a really good armbar series. See that shot one more time. Brings his hips in. Pure muscle. Nicely just drives across.
He's got 51 seconds. Watch him start working from the top. Oh, immediately going to that deep waist. Did you see that?
Yeah,
that
awesome
grab he got? Man, I went all the way to that far hip. Nicely done, David.
Yeah, David's tough with these arm bars. See if he can flatten them out and really work on them. Bauer, a returning state qualifier in golf, of all sports. You don't see a lot of wrestlers and golfers as a combo, but David's probably our number one golfer here in Hastings.
Yeah, he's very good.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a match between you and David.
That would not go well.
Well, I think it'd be fun for me.
Okay, maybe in putting, I can putt.
Yeah.
You've seen my golf game. It's not pretty.
No, but yeah, David is he's a phenomenal golfer. has been up at the high school for, or been up on that varsity team for multiple
Short
times.
time, see if he can get him over. Oh, he just runs out of time.
I don't know if he got any backs. Nope,
No
doesn't
back
look
points.
like it.
Good armbar series by David Bauer. We mentioned he's good there. It is North's choice here. Let's see what they decide to do. We're going to go back on their feet. Hey, let's give a little shout out to our first sponsor, the Spoolhouse. From prom to weddings, let us suit your formal wear needs. Contact them at thespoolhouse.com, located just off of Highway 61. Great place. They do a lot for our community. Nice shot there by David Bowers. They're back in the action in the second period. Out of bounds, but feet stay in. They're going to give him the takedown. There it is.
I thought that was a little late on a takedown call. I thought he had it earlier, but again, attacking this leg. Didn't get to see it there. You could see him just be so compact and then quick to that one leg.
Yeah, that front trip was a nice little finish. Kept him on the mat. Now 9-1 in favor of David Bauer. Good finish there. Switches down to that single. David did not place at either the bi-states or the Christmas tournament, but he's kind of been wrestling all over the place in terms of weight classes.
Yep.
Again, we talked about it. He's just a kid that'll do whatever the team asks him to do.
Absolutely. He's definitely a big team guy. Like I said, I love the fact that he's back in the room. He kind of brings some energy to it, too. Some energy to practice partners, makes their practice partner better. Glad he's back.
And to be honest with you, too, I think it was a little unexpected that maybe David was coming back to the sport. Nice finish there. You know, he had given it up and really focused on golf. And I think when Talon Little Soldier got injured this year, I think it maybe opened up a doorway maybe for David a little bit where he's like, hey, maybe I have a chance to kind of maybe help out the varsity team. He's friends with a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
And I know they miss Talon in the worst way.
Right.
But it did open up a pathway for David a little bit, too.
Look at on that half. Trying to roll these wrists forward if you can.
And how nice is it when you can just throw a guy like David Bauer in your lineup?
Yeah, isn't that nice? You have a person that might be out for a little bit, and it's like, oh, we got that open spot, and David has filled it.
Yeah, and David's probably going to be a 20-match winner for him this year. Just comes off the streets and just does an amazing job. And he's well in control of this match. He's up 12-2 with 30 seconds left in the second period. Really tough on top. We said this is his strength. He really likes to ride on top. He's good with that armbar series, although he's taken him down several times.
Yeah, he's been very, very aggressive on the feet.
And again, this is Grant Siebert for North St. Paul. He's one of their senior captains. They have two of them. Their other is Matt Bono, their 189-pounder. North St. Paul, as we mentioned, really good numbers. As you look at their roster, over 50 kids on their lineup. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I went to print off the roster list, and it ended up jumping me to page 2, which is a great problem to have. You have those numbers, and it just kind of brings in a lot more into the room.
David Bauer's going down this third period. He's pretty solid in this position as well. He's trying to glue a little sit and turn series. Tries to reach back, grab that ankle, and he does. See if he can do something with this. Tries to hop over.
I like that. Really, really savvy.
That is really savvy wrestling.
You know, it seems small, but bringing your hips to his head instead of just trying to bring that leg over the top. Now, if he can just swim him down, right arm around the waist.
Cuts through the back.
Nicely done, David Bauer.
You know, David's wrestling a weight class, too, where he's wrestling a lot of horses. He's had to wrestle a lot of state rank guys.
Yep, and he's got the technical side of it. Man, he's very, very, very solid technician, and you can see it in that little hip movement. I mean, a lot of times you get caught underneath. You want to bring that leg over the top of your head, but if you can feel something and go just kind of swim over to the right side of it, that's awesome to see.
Yeah, and he's a light 152. He's probably more of a 145-pounder. But my point being is he just kind of fills a need, right? He's a kid that will wrestle wherever you want him to do. He's wrestled up at 152, even 160 at times.
Yes. Team guy.
Another takedown. Catching up with the score here. He needs one more takedown to get the tech fall. 17-4. This last takedown, if he can get it, will finish it off. If he can dump it to his back. Bails out. See if he can get another shot. Really pushing the pace with 30 seconds left.
Just a gas tank, doesn't he? Holy cow, he's like the Energizer Bunny.
He cut the corner. He's going to get the takedown. David Bauer with a tech fall for the Raiders. Good wrestling by David Bauer. Puts 5 more team points on the board for the Raiders.
But that was just a gritty last 20, 25 seconds. Just kind of continuing to attack and attack and attack and not let off your opponent. And finally, he gets that last takedown. Good for David.
That's fantastic wrestling. That'll take us to 160 pounds. Great to see this guy back. It's Presley McCrae, the junior. He's going to take on Sullivan Schaefer, a sophomore. Very physical sophomore at that. Presley McCrae coming off of his shoulder injury. He's been battling all year. When he's wrestled, he has done really well. Presley beat a ranked wrestler from St. Francis, pinned him actually, in the dual meet earlier this year. Presley's very, very dangerous wrestler. He's really good on top. If he can get on top, that's where he is definitely dangerous. So we're going to see if he can get there. Been off the mat a little bit, did not wrestle at the Bi-States. And I believe he did not wrestle at the Christmas tournament either.
He did not. And one thing you want right now is you just need a healthy Presley McCrae as you go forward, because when he's healthy, he's dangerous.
Yeah. And the Raiders have been banged up a little bit this year. Without their full lineup, as you mentioned, they were missing 4 preferred starters at the Bi-States. And so if they can get guys like Presley McCrae and Casey Nesterby and Sully McNamara, if they can get all those guys back, man, they're going to be dangerous come section time. Maybe even state tournament if they qualify.
Yeah. It'd be ideal to get all of those
good
guys
snap
back.
down.
And you want to give them a little time inside the room, not just throw them back on the mat right at section time. I believe Casey Nesterby is going to be start practicing here soon. Oh, just kind of getting caught. I like good adjustment. Now you got to keep his head underneath. I want that right hand on the inside of his leg rather than the outside. Switches off.
Good
There it
crossface.
goes. I like that.
See if he can score here. He can hook that ankle. He does. It's really close to a takedown. Presley doesn't mind being here. He's got long arms. He'll probably lock up a cradle if he can.
Watch that right arm go to the top of his head here soon.
He's going to get that leg back. He's close to a takedown. If he can just get his leg free. Hopefully don't call a stalemate.
Yeah, that's about nobody's moving. There, just that little movement helped out.
He can elevate that ankle. There it is. Short time. He's really tough here. There it is. We were just saying he's tough in that top position. That is tight. Switched off to that cradle. So nice. Wow. And he finishes him off.
Just a change. And we were kind of hidden from that. He was he was working for a cradle at the exact same time, working his leg out. Good to have him back on the mat.
From a flurry of no takedowns to a takedown to a turn, it was, wow. Look at this. Hips stay up.
But
Hips stay up.
Continues to work, elevating that ankle.
And then once he got behind him, it's like almost he baited him to step forward.
Yes.
Waited for him.
You can see it right here.
Waiting for that left foot to step up.
There's the arm.
Once he gets that takedown, now
now he sneaks that left hand in through.
Look at, waits for him to step up right there. Finishes him off.
Kind of baiting it right into it. Once he got the 3, he kind of baited right into it.
All right, that'll take us to 172 pounds, where senior Mark Fabota is going to take the mat against Ryan Kessner, a freshman. Fabota been wrestling fantastic. He was 7th at the Bi-States and beat several ranked Wisconsin kids, including one of the tougher kids from La Crosse Aquinas, who was a returning state place winner last year. So he's really been on fire of late. Early takedown, goes high crotch, drives across to his back. Another takedown.
And one thing we're seeing out of Mark is we're seeing a flurry of, you see tech falls. He's been teching more kids this year than he has in the past. He's been such a solid kid from a mat wrestling standpoint.
Woo! Nice little trip there.
See if he can bring him back.
That was slick. Hopefully we can watch a replay on that at some point. That was awesome. Up 12-3, excuse me now. Mark showing a lot of different ways to take his opponent down. Goes high crotch, goes trip. That was slick. Almost went to a slide-by position. Didn't have it locked up entirely and just tripped him.
Yeah, just did that over tie. And
drives across. Thing of beauty again. He's going to look for a pin here. 45 seconds. Feet are still in the mat. He's close to a pin. And he gets it. Well done by Mark Fabota.
He would have gotten the 4. On top of it, it was 15. It would have been 19-3. If he didn't pin him, the match was over.
Here's another look at that trip.
Look at that over tie.
Slide by,
boom.
Back heel, trip, boom, right to his back.
Just got the weight off it and just kind of pulled it off.
High crotch, drives across, lift, elevate to his back, finishes him off. That was awesome.
But he's looking for the next move after a takedown. That's what I'd like to see.
All right, that'll take us to 189 pounds, where senior Jeremy Marcato Ramos is going to take the mat against Matt Bono. Marcato Ramos, a senior, kind of been a kid in their program for a while. Good finish by Bono. Not typically their starter, but good chance for Marcato Ramos to get a chance to wrestle varsity tonight. Typically Xavier Tim has been their starter, but he's out of town with family. Marcato Ramos gets taken out early on. Bono with a quick 3-0 lead. Bono, one of their captains. He's playing football at Dort College in Iowa next year.
Down in Iowa.
Not a lot of people know Dort College.
We had one of our previous wrestlers and a kid that worked for me, Sam Valentine, went down to Dort originally.
You're the second person that knew Dort.
That was about the only place why I know Dort.
Hunter Pinky even knew it.
Wow.
Yeah. I said, Dort, you know where Dort College? And he goes, yeah, Iowa. I'm like, where have I been? I think someone's playing a joke on me here.
Could be.
Oh, yeah. All right, so 3-0 lead here for Bono. We got the early takedown on Marcato Ramos. Jeremy, an absolutely great kid. One of those kids you just love having in your room. Always smiling.
Yeah. He started out as an 8th grader, if I remember it right.
135-pound 8th grader, I remember.
And he started out, and he just continued to want to enjoy the sport. And he's got a big smile on his face all the time. Great kid. Love to see him on this mat.
All right, now 3-1 in favor of Bono. A little contrast of body types here. Bono very tall. Marcato Ramos a little shorter, stockier.
He's still looking to take a shot here.
I like it. Oh, good hip toss there by Bono. He's going to get the 3-point takedown. And he's going to get near fall. Nope, just a 1 count as he shakes him off.
You got to be careful on those shots because so many times you want to go to that far knee, but if you're going to that far knee, you got to bring a lot of pressure and also be attacking that upper body.
See it one more time.
He
tries to go
here. He just gets too low and too extended there.
Good hip toss by Bono, though.
Yep.
I appreciate the aggressiveness on Marcato Ramos' part, though. Jeremy not afraid to mix it up a little bit, try something. 6-1 after 1. Bono's choice, he's going to go down. Their coach, Denver Moeller, said he is a very, very athletic kid and still kind of learning the sport of wrestling.
Yeah, but when you're playing football in college, I'd hope you know he's going to be athletic.
Yeah. Bono tries to go whip over. Good hips by Marcato Ramos.
Just kind of sneaks that far arm. He's looking for this headlock in that headlock position. Just can't get that
gets tossed
far
to his back, though. Bono with about 90 seconds to try to flatten him out. Jeremy fighting hard, though. Keep coming, Jeremy. Slide that right arm. Oh, he gives it up. Good battle by Jeremy, though. Bono with the pin, and that'll be a six more points for the Polars. Takes it to 51-11 as we head to 215 pounds, where the Raiders are going to send out sophomore Adrien Fuks. Here's that head toss position again, kind of hipped in. Didn't have the wrist. Bono just kind of hipped into him again.
And that was tough. You're pressuring into him without that wrist. It's a tough thing to get out of.
All right, so we talked about this. This is Adrien Fuks, a sophomore, really coming on like gangbusters. He was 9th at the Bi-State tournament. He's going to take on Jackson Hickman. Hickman, a senior, another captain for the Polars. Hickman's also a star pitcher for the Polars, so a multi-sport athlete. Adrien Fuks, a kid that has just gotten better and better and better every single year. He's got a gas tank that does not quit. You never count him out of a match. He's very slick on his feet. He had a really good summer, wrestled at Fargo, which is the toughest freestyle Greco tournament. Oh, he's going to go whip over position. They run out of bounds, nothing yet. So he pops his head out, he gets the 3-point takedown.
Done. And one thing I liked about that is he never gave up on it, right? He was still coming back up to his feet. One thing Adrien does really, really, really well is he's one of the most coachable kids that you will ever have, right? One thing, he'll be wrestling somebody or be wrestling a coach for a second, and then all of a sudden he gets a takedown or he gives up some points, and the very first thing he says is, "What did you do there, coach? You know, what can I do better?" And he always wants to get better. He wants to be the best wrestler he can be, and he's continuing to grow, and you can see it.
Yeah, and it's hard to believe that he's only been wrestling for, 3, maybe 4 years?
I believe 7th grade?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, he started as a 6th grader, broke his collarbone near the end of the season. Really has only had 3 years of full experience, and just a kid that gets better and better. It's amazing. He's a kid that I think a couple years from now, his face is going to be on that wall of fame.
Yes, and he's got those aspirations too, and that's what he wants.
He's got a tilt. He's very close. He's got a 1 count. And what's been impressive is I saw him all summer bike past my house to the high school.
Oh, is that right?
So he'd literally bike to the high school.
He's got this double arm bar here. Steps over. He's trying to get some early back points if he can get that.
Oh, just runs out of time.
And when he stepped over that first leg, I wanted that second knee to come over the top. If you have it locked up tight, you can get him to turn a little bit quicker. So
Hickman's going to go back up to his feet. Yeah, what I was mentioning with Adrian, though, is he'd bike basically from Coburn's all the way to the high school almost every day. And if you think about, for people that know this town, that's literally straight uphill.
Yes.
Every day.
Yep.
Early morning workouts at the high school. Maybe that's why he's got such a good gas tank, as he gets another takedown.
and he just keeps going.
Yeah, just a blue-collar tough kid. Watch out for the side roll here. Wisely kind of sags his hips back, as he locks up a bar half. He was close to turning him and getting a near fall in the first period. Now he's got it locked up tight. He's got plenty of time to walk this over slowly. That's tight. And he gets the pin for the Raiders. Another big pin for Adrien Fuks as they extend their lead to 57-11. Fuks continues his tear at 215 pounds. All right, that'll take us to heavyweight, where Elijah Christopher, the junior, is going to take the mat. He's going to take on Miguel Revering. Elijah Christopher been wrestling really, really, really well of late. Placed at the Bi-States, placed at the Christmas tournament. Yep. That's no easy feat. And he is surprisingly athletic kid. You look at him at first glance and you're like, there's no way this guy can move. You watch him, he's just got amazing hips. He's quicker than quick. He does things that a big guy shouldn't be able to do.
Yeah, and his feet are very, very quick. Just takes a couple of jab steps. They're not big, they're not long steps. They're just jab steps, that nice blast double a lot of times.
Nice shot there, there it is. That's what we're talking about. Quick feet. As he drives into the mat, great finish. And he allowed his body to hit first. It was close.
Yeah.
Mitch is giving me the look like you're crazy.
I wasn't sure.
Back up to their feet now, 3-1.
And again, attacking. There's not too many. Look at the heavy hands right there. Just pressure. That's something that they work on quite a bit. A little push-pull, feeling that pressure coming into it. And all he did was slide his hands and almost just kind of a judo chop on those hands and brings them all the way down.
Easiest takedown in wrestling, snap down, right?
Yep. But look at him snap at those hands.
All right, now 6-1 in favor of Elijah Christopher. He's back up to his feet. He doesn't mind going upper body. He will gladly go there.
You're seeing athleticism at heavyweight happen more and more.
Yeah.
Or I would say over the past 5 to 10 years. You see a lot more before.
That's high crotch. See if you can finish this.
Nicely done.
No, to your point. Oh, beautiful finish.
There it was. Right to a half here.
We got to get a replay of that one, Hunter. That was a thing of beauty again. That was awesome.
He's got 15 seconds to work. He's just a little high with his chest. He needs to bring it back a little bit, and I don't know if he's got the time to do it.
10 seconds left. Yeah, Elijah, super athletic kid, football player as well. He's really been an anchor for this team, been in some big positions in the last 2 years, and he's come through in the clutch multiple times. Let's check the score here. Here's a replay. Here's that sweep single, elevates.
He goes, brings him down.
Trips, boom. Here's that high crotch we talked about. Lifts up to his feet.
This is and he drives to it.
Steps through. Borderline slam, but you know what? We'll take it. Ref didn't see it. We'll take it. Now he goes right to whip over position. He's going to try and throw it by. Revering kind of gets out of it, though.
I wasn't sure if he was trying to throw it by.
Oh, good little hip toss right to his back. Plenty of time to finish him off. And he gets the pin. Good finish by Elijah Christopher.
It was three times he went from the feet to the legs. Watch this kind of just back trip. Yeah.
Kind of hooks that front ankle, buries Reverend. So final score in this match, 63-11 in favor of the Raiders. Just a heads up for our viewers, we're going to have the Mahtomedi Zephyrs taking on the North St. Paul Polars next, and then we'll finish up with the Raiders taking on Mahtomedi as our finale tonight. On Alumni Night here at Hastings, if you're looking for something to do, come on down. It's cold outside, but it's warm in here. There's flurry of action, as you just saw in this last match, and we got a lot of good matches coming your way, including 2 premier matches that we have with Mahtomedi and Hastings coming up. We're going to talk about those individual matches coming up very soon. You won't want to miss it because they're going to be some very, very good matches. We'll be back with you in just a little bit. We're going to take a little break, catch up on some water here, and we'll regroup for our second round of action.
We'll go from there. Just a reminder now, the people in the stands and all our alumni as well. After our event tonight, we do have a social at Doogies, so come on out to Doogies. Hopefully everybody can make it out tonight and have some fun. All right, here we go with our alumni. So once again, when you hear your name, step on out with a little wave to the crowd here. We got our older guys first. So from 1962 with Cal Rudy. Next up, Bob Rudy, 1965. Dwight Keene, 1967. Paul Neifeld, 1969. Terry Chandler, 1969. Greg Steenkamp, 1971. Tom Zajac, 1975. Pete Grands, 1975. Current coach at the high school. Rick Zion, 1976. Tim Weber, 1981. Bruce Loman, 1981. Brent Loman, 1981. Chris Glade, 1983. Ryan Schomer, 1985. Our #1 superfan, Dean Peterson, 1986. Michael Bauer, 1989. Trey Bisel, 1994. PJ Westgate, 1996. Chad Bisel, 1997. Jason Doomer, 1997. Chris Cook, 1999. Josh McClay, 2000. Lance Pellinger, 2002. Luke Keene, 2004. Mitch Sheeman, 2007, the current coach of the middle school. Luke White, 2009, current coach of the high school. Brendan Eichmann, 2009. Isaac Eichmann, 2012, and current coach of the high school. Oswald Pepple, 2019. Alex O'Connor, 2019. Paul Kendall, 2019, and current coach of the high school. Jesse Midbach, 2019. Roy Mater, 2020. Gary Bond, 2020, current coach of the middle school. Sam O'Connor, 2021. Xander Hallis, 2021. Alicia Brown, 2022, current youth coach. Bella Malesio, 2023. Francis Marcato, 2023. Rico Cooper, 2023, current coach of high school. Aiden Erickson, 2023. Jolie Pettit, 2024. Grace Gerlach, 2024. Vincent Zion, 2024. Greg Peterson, 2024. Salvador Jimenez, 2024. Derek Steinke, 2024. Amelia Miller, 2025. Iman Markowitz, 2025. Allison Weinzettel, 2025. Mike Campbell, 2025. Elliot Renicky, 2025. Bryce Vine, 2025. Lucas Pellier, 2025. And Jack Bainbridge, 2025. Once again, thank you for all alumni to come tonight after this event. After last we do have a social tonight at duties. Hopefully everybody can make it and drive home safe. All our alumni, head to the stands over there. We're going to get an alumni picture first, and then we're going to get a wrestler picture with our alumni after that. Thank you guys very much.
HCTV Sports is supported by The Spool House. From prom to weddings, let us suit your formal wear needs.
Making the play.
He gets the pin. Raiders are clawing their way back in this game.
Just snipes one.
It's moving. It's over. Save. Oh my God!
Did you see that?
Great diving play.
He's hit a touchdown. Hastings Raiders win the ball game.
Welcome back for round 2 of our triangular matchup here. We have the North St. Paul Polars taking on the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. I'm Kyle Kreiser, joined by Mitch Sheeman, who'll be back here in just a second. We're just going to quickly talk about round 2 a little bit. These are two teams that are conference opponents. They are in different sections. Mahtomedi is in section 2AA. North St. Paul is in AAA. This will be a good matchup, though. As I look down on paper, lots of evenly matched kids. North St. Paul has almost a full lineup. Mahtomedi has a couple forfeits, which is kind of a great equalizer in this match. Mahtomedi does have 2 ranked wrestlers at 127 pounds with Aiden Carlson, and also at 172 with Aiden Books, who is ranked currently 8th in the state and is a returning state qualifier. So Mahtomedi has 2 horses in their lineup that are ranked in state, and you'll see them in just a little bit. As you look at the Metro East Conference standings, you can see North St. Paul sits at 2-1, 4-7 overall. They did take their first conference loss in the first round to Hastings. Mahtomedi at 0-1 in conference wrestling so far, 2-6 overall. After talking to Coach Matt Oswald, you can see there in the vest, he said one of the biggest strengths they have from this team is they have a lot of multi-sport athletes, a lot of football players, and one of the other strengths that they've had, especially this year, is their numbers are really, really good. Over 100 wrestlers in their program from kindergarten all the way through their senior class. As you look at their lineup, they do have 24 middle schoolers that are part of their program, 56 elementary kids, and their numbers, especially on the girls' side, are really increasing a lot. Unfortunately, they are missing some people tonight due to vacation, because it is weird having a dual meet over the holidays, but overall, they're going to just be forfeiting 2 weight classes. North St. Paul, on the other hand, has over 50 wrestlers in their high school program. They're led by their 3 captains in Grant Siebert, Matt Bono, and Jackson Hickman. Adrian Treziak is their senior at 114, who's probably their most well-noted kid. We saw him have a tech fall in the first round. But North St. Paul is an up-and-coming program. Their numbers have just gotten better and better. I can see this one kind of coming down to the wire. Might come down to heavyweight, and if that's the case, we'll see what happens. But we're going to start at 107 pounds, where Mahtomedi is going to send out 7th grader George McNamara. Kind of an undersized 107-pounder. He's going to take the mat against Carrion Lloyd, an 8th grader. So 2 middle schoolers taking the mat to start off this dual meet. We saw Carrion Lloyd get pinned in the first round, was hanging in there, and got caught in a big move against Parker Taylor. So we'll see if he can rebound and hopefully notch his first win of the night. North St. Paul led by Denver Moeller. You can see him with the hat there, walking back to his side. Denver's a longtime coach at North St. Paul, one of the good guys of the sport. He's also the middle school athletic director. 2 classy guys taking the corners of the mat here. They care about kids, they care about numbers, just quality human beings as well. And they know how to build a program. Other matchups to look at, I think another one that's going to be pretty decent is at 215 pounds. That's another one I kind of circled, where I believe they're going to send out Andrew Moran for Mahtomedi. So we'll see how that one kind of shakes out as well. But again, with a lot of people in their lineup, both teams, they might juggle their lineups a little bit. So we'll have to kind of wait to announce who's exactly coming to the mat. We might have to listen to our PA announcers as well, because it can be a little deceiving on who we think is going to be out there. But we know the first matchup for sure, because both teams only have 1 guy on their roster at 107 pounds. Again, that'll be George McNamara taking the mat for Mahtomedi. The young 7th grader going to take on that 8th grader in Carrion Lloyd. We want to welcome HCTV, who's tuning in tonight. Our sister station north of us, tuning in and catching up our feed. We always love working with local television however we possibly can, supporting high school athletics and trying to get as many people as we can viewing wrestling here. All right, we'll get started the action here with McNamara and Lloyd. Here we go. Lloyd with a nice shot deep on that finish and gets a quick 3-point takedown. He cuts him, goes back to his feet, now 3-1. Lloyd on that deep shot again. Blast double, gets another takedown. Cuts him again, now 6-2. Coach Moeller talked about how Lloyd is going to be the future of their program. You can see he's a very athletic, long, lanky kid. Close to another takedown. He's going to get it again for a 9-2 lead as Mitch Sheeman joins the feed. Mitch, congratulations on Alumni, mate. You got a lot of guys here tonight, a lot of friends, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of I love this night just because it's sometimes it's the only time you see different guys throughout the year. You see them at maybe an event or two, but Coach Hanneberger has done a great job of getting alumni back into the program and keeping them involved. We get emails weekly about how the varsity team is doing. Of course, I'm kind of got my hand on the pulse, but it's nice to see different guys. Now we got a pin this year.
And I'm going to pump you up a little bit. You were a senior captain for a team that took 2nd in state, correct?
Yeah. When unfortunately none of my the fellow seniors I had were able to be here, but look at that.
Lloyd with a nice finish here as he kind of goes to whip over, gets the pin for the Polars as they start off with a 6-0 lead.
A couple of middle schoolers going at it there, huh?
7th grader versus 8th grader to start us off as the Polars take a quick 6-0 lead. Let's see it again. Kind of whips McNamara over to his back, lifts up that shoulder, flattens him out. Polars take a 6-0 lead. They're going to have forfeits in the next 2 weight classes. So North St. Paul will have an 18-0 lead as we bounce up to 127 pounds. Here's Treziak. We saw him. Probably their best wrestler pound for pound. He's going to get a forfeit.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. They're going to forfeit all the way up to 127 pounds here. We get to kind of see their stud, Mahtomedi's stud in Carlson. See how he looks.
I'm curious what they're going to do here, too, is because they did forfeit, talking North St. Paul, in the last dual meet at 126. So we'll see if they forfeit to Carlson or if they have a guy at the weight class. So Aiden Carlson is one of Mahtomedi's studs. He's walking out to the mat right now. He's currently ranked 4th in the state. He was 4th at the state tournament. Really a technician on his feet. He's really, really slick.
looks
They are
like
going to be forfeiting to Aiden Carlson, so he'll get the 6 for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. So that'll take the score to 18-6. Now, in the last dual mate, they did forfeit at 133 pounds, so let's see what they do here. Raymond Assessor will take the mat for Mahtomedi. I know that for a fact. On their roster, they had Alex C., but maybe he was not here today.
I did not have a chance to check in there.
Looks like they are going to forfeit. They are going to forfeit to Assessor, so that'll take it to 18-12. So we did talk about forfeits. There's been 4 of them in this dual meet already. Just like that, that's going to take us to 139 pounds. 139 pounds, we're going to see JJ Manuba, the senior for North St. Paul. He's going to take the mat against, I believe, Max Schultz, the junior. So here's Manuba, here's Schultz. We finally get a match here after a long wait as we go up to 139 pounds. Schultz a junior, Manuba a senior. We saw Manuba lose by tech fall in the first match. Unfortunately, he had the benefit of wrestling Trey Bisel, which no one loves to do.
Yeah, and I was just talking to, and I'll probably pitch in a little bit more on Trey Bisel in the next match, but he's looking very, very good. Nice whip over position underneath on that elbow.
Yeah, Max Schultz with a beautiful whip over. He's got plenty of time to finish him off.
And I'd like to he's got that right hand. We can see it clearly here. It's not so much on that on the video screen, but I'd like to keep that hand on that chin as much as possible and tighten it out. Extend his left arm out.
Manuba's battling, though, not
Yes.
giving this up. Schultz has got that locked pretty tight, though.
It's a long time to try to keep that one shoulder once those hips go
And he
down.
gets the pin for the Zephyrs. Just like that, it's a tie score.
And he was battling off his back as much as he possibly can, but it takes a lot of strength to keep that right shoulder up when everything else is kind of tied in.
All right, that'll take us to 145 pounds as we look one more time at this whip over. Sees that elbow kind of flag, steps up, throws, gets chest on chest, flattens those shoulders out, and gets the 6 for Mahtomedi. As we go up to 145 pounds, Mahtomedi is going to send out Framza Fayesa. And North St. Paul is going to be sending out, let's double check here, Jayon Reed. We saw Jayon Reed, a very physical, strong kid. You see he's stepping in the corner of the mat there. He'll be taking the mat in just a second. So there might be some blood on Schultz as they try to clean him up. Reed, a very, very strong kid. He battled his way against Elonardo. Ended up getting tech fall, but it was a close match going into the second period. He just kind of ran out of gas.
Even on the feet, that little flurry that he had, he looked like he was in solid position. A couple of times he wanted to go upper body, so I wonder if this is kind of where he wants to go on this next match. But it'll be interesting to see where he wants to go. Looks like he might have a little bit of a height advantage, maybe a little bit of a strength advantage too, going into this match.
Hey, looks can be deceiving, though. You never know.
100%.
So I did talk to their head coach, and he did say that they were missing some guys for vacation. They got actually 3 guys at 145 pounds, but Framza Fayesa is going to get the nod here at 145 pounds. He's actually pretty light for the weight class. But he's going to be wrestling up a weight class here to make sure they can fill their roster spots. So here's Reed and Fayesa.
Both guys trying to get in the right position.
Good
There's a
shot
shot.
by Fayesa.
It was the right time, too. Both arms were coming at him.
We saw Reed get deep on a shot in the first match against Elonardo. Almost finished a shot, but didn't. Ooh, nice whip over as he goes right back to it. Plenty of time to settle in, Reed does with this.
Let's see how he settles in here, though. That arm is coming out. You want him to work to a half Nelson, which it looks like he just did, but get out to a T.
Yeah, he's got to get his leg out of there. Now it's tight.
Yep.
If he can sink back, he's a little high. He can get his chest on his chest, get all that body weight on top of him. He's got to sink back a little bit. Plenty of time to finish him off.
Nicely done, trying to roll through, clears it out. Fayesa did a really, really nice job feeling that pressure and just getting to his belly.
So 7-0 lead as Fayesa fights off his back.
just continuing to ride, try to grab wrists. If you're Reed, you want to break him down to his belly as quick as you possibly can. There it goes. But Faesa doing a really, really nice job not getting broken down, battling here.
You know, I'm impressed with North St. Paul, too. I mean, they're a program that has struggled with numbers over the years, but this year they have so many numbers. And because of that, they're winning dual meets, right? You see they have four wins already this year. As you can see, they call a full Nelson. Denver Moeller's kind of debating it a little bit, but the hands did touch. We'll see that finish again. Kind of sprawl, spin behind, covers those hips, and he's going to get the 3 as we kind of watch the little review as we run out of time there.
I think they're being a little cautious on full Nelsons this year. If you're underneath, not even touching hands, they just have to be touching the head, and is where he called it. I don't think the hands were touching at all. Looking for a Granby roll here.
Faesa tries to roll through, nothing yet. Good hips by Reed to kind of recover. Faesa getting out to the side, though. He's close to getting that roll.
That Granby or that Peterson roll that you like to do, he set it up really well. Got the escape with 10 seconds left. Nicely done. Faesa showing very good movement on bottom.
Yeah, nonstop movement, that's for sure. Reed, short time. He's going to whip over. Doesn't get it, though.
And you can see Reed is just a little bit more physical, especially on the feet. He wants to bring that head down. Faesa is scrappy, though.
All right, so Reed's choice, second period after Faesa defers. Reed's going to go down. Technique not necessarily there for Reed yet, but, man, the physicality definitely there.
It.
That whip over, I mean, if he just latches around that chin and slows it down, he's going to sink that guy in and bring him over pretty easily. Faesa riding tough as Reed pops up to his feet, drops to an ankle. Tries to cut across. Hips pretty far away, though. Got to get those hips in tight, otherwise a sprawl is going to be pretty easy to score on, and he does. Gets the 2-point reversal.
Comes hard with that crossface. I've seen that now in several matches where the crossface are coming. They're perfectly legal, but man, you see that head just kind of
vicious crossface. That's for sure. See if Reed can lock this up. He's got plenty of time, just over 1 minute and 20 seconds. Faesa controlling hands, though. Reed might be wise to just cut him. He hasn't been real successful turning him so far. He's taken him down a plethora of times already, though.
He's trying to get that cradle, but it doesn't look like he can't get the head yet. And that's what he's working on. Oh, my goodness. How did he sneak that? He had a lock around the leg, and it looked like he just kind of worked the lock towards his head.
He's got the cradle, breaking the plane right there. Doesn't look like he's close to a pin, but he might be able to flatten out that shoulder. He's close now.
He's keeping that shoulder up. Faesa is that lock
left shoulder.
Yep, and that lock is just right on top of his knee. You can see it clearly there. And that's tough to pin, but he's just got to work that lock closer and closer. He's slowly
close
doing
to breaking
it.
It.
There it is.
And he gets the pin.
And it originally started right at the knee, and you could see Reed was just slowly shimmying it towards Faesa's chin, and he ended up getting it.
All right, so Reed gets the 6 for the Polars as they extend their lead to 24-18. They were up early. Mahtomedi came back, and now, again, back and forth affair here between the two squads. As we go up to 152 pounds, looks like they're going to send out, I believe, Brody Syring. Although Syring is a 7th grader, they might send out Dom Richardson. Let's see who they send out. This might be Dom Richardson. We'll double check as the names come in. For North St. Paul, we know it's going to be Grant Siebert, the senior captain. We'll get a name correction here as we start. Oh, different name than we thought entirely. Henry Johnson
got thrown in there.
Yeah, okay, so our apologies. This is Henry Johnson, the senior. We should have known they would have thrown a captain out there, right? Come on.
Couple of captains going at it.
Well, they have 1, 2, 3, 4 152-pounders, so it's kind of hard to tell who's going to be out there. But it'll be Henry Johnson and Siebert taking the match. Siebert gets the early takedown, or they wave it off. So 2 senior captains, a pivotal match in the dual meet. This one could be a determining factor in who wins this duel.
Yeah, if you look at North, they got to get out of a big hole with all those forfeits, but they're sitting here within 6 points of the match.
Well, and Mahtomedi is going to be favored at 170 pounds. I mean, they got a horse at 170 pounds. So my point being is they got to win matches where they can. Getting that last win was a big one.
Yep, a pin at 107 was big. That pin at 145. Now you're going to need your senior captain to wrestle.
Johnson deep on his shot, but his arm's trapped.
It looks like he's trying to work in that whip over position, but that is a hard move to hit.
Nice finish by Johnson. Hips in tight, slides across, drives for that double, gets the takedown.
Yeah, Siebert just needed to keep that head down, legs back just a little bit more when he was spinning. But Johnson getting those hips in nice and close and able to get the takedown. Lift and tilt here, kind of working for that Turk position.
Yeah,
just missed it coming through.
Just trying to slide that leg through, do a little leg Turk. Control the hips if you can step through those legs. He's going to switch off to something else, a little corkscrew position. Siebert comes up to his feet, though.
Gets the escape with 10 seconds left.
Similarly built guys, kind of long, lanky, lean. Love when it comes down to seniors, too, to make the duel happen. I know there's many times last year where Hastings were in tight duels and you just rely on that one senior to get that win. Sometimes it worked in your favor and sometimes it did not. All right, it is Johnson's choice. He's going to go down.
Now the key thing is, what's the first move going to be? It looks like he wanted to hit a sit-out, but kind of helped with Siebert going for that far ankle, far knee breakdown. Looks like he's trying to get a deep half in there, not quite.
Good wrestling by Johnson, though. Felt that, didn't have the pressure on that half Nelson. Got up to his feet, turned away.
But kept,
thing of beauty.
It kept circling. Didn't stop his footwork there. Just double clutch on that one. It's got him down in that crackdown position, working for a takedown. It's got that far hip covered. 3 should be there.
Once he climbs up to those hips, there it is. Nicely done.
Now I wonder, he's going right to a deep claw ride. That's where you come underneath to that far trap there. It can be really tight.
So Matt Oswald was talking to me before the duel me a little bit. He was telling me, give me some updates on some of their hammers, because Mahtomedi's had some really tough kids come through their program in the last couple years, and most notably Evan McGuire. If you remember Evan, he was a state champion for him. He's wrestling for the Gophers right now. Currently 3rd on their depth chart as a true freshman at heavyweight.
That's insane.
And he said that he wrestled off the kid from Simley, Bennett Tabor, and lost a 1-0 match.
Wow, and
He's
Tabor,
a true freshman.
Yeah, and Tabor's been up at the Gophers. He was the starter 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Before and was going to be the starter again last year, but Gable came back.
Another takedown for Johnson.
And then they have the Gophers have that absolute stud. Coy's wrestling really
Coy
well.
Hopke, yeah, for sure. So Johnson in a very close position to get a pin. Got 20 seconds to flatten out these shoulders. If he can get this would really help out the Zephyrs.
Just got to lift that head just a little bit more, it looks like. 10 seconds left. Siebert's still battling here, keeping that shoulder
really
up.
Is.
That's tough to get that far shoulder down now in this position with 3 seconds left.
Sliding that right arm through. Short time, he's going to run out of time, but Johnson gets major back points as he takes a 14-2 lead, I believe.
And something Johnson was doing was he was circling his hips towards the head to get more body weight on top of those shoulders, and then what that does is it stops that space from happening. It slowly drops that shoulder.
So Siebert chooses to go on top in the 3rd period. He drives across and breaks him down. Coach Matt Oswald, as I was talking about him, former Milwaukee guy. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Gets a reversal here.
You'll find a Wisconsin guy anywhere, won't you?
Hey, you know what? Kind of a cool story, though, about Matt Oswald. So I ended up emailing him a couple years ago saying, hey, we're going to call your team live play-by-play. And he goes, are you Don Kreiser's kid? My dad.
Yeah,
he coached against my dad, which was kind of crazy.
I mean, and when it comes to Wisconsin wrestling, if you know Wisconsin wrestling, you've heard of Don Kreiser, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He's recently inducted into the Hall of Fame for Wisconsin, correct? Or for the what was it?
National Hall of Fame. Yeah.
National Hall of Fame, which is insane.
Hey, longevity. Yeah. Does a wonder. All right, so 16-3, Johnson well in control here. Siebert battling tough, though, getting the escape. One takedown will ice this with a tech fall. But Matt Oswald is just a great guy. A lot of good people up there at Mahtomedi. We know their principal well as well, the former Hastings principal.
Yeah, former varsity wrestling coach here at Hastings as well. You wonder how many times Matt Oswald's been kind of knocking on his door, hopefully, hoping he comes into the room every once in a while.
Yeah, he was telling me Justin Hahn was actually in his room, his wrestling room this week. He's got a daughter that's wrestling for the program.
Yep.
Who's not here tonight. They're actually wrestling up in St. Paul.
There's a couple of middle schoolers looking at. We saw George McNamara coming up as a 7th grade. He wrestled in our couple of our middle school tournaments, our middle school meets. They have another couple of kids that are coming through the pipeline that have solid technique and can go quite a bit.
Good shot by Siebert. Just got his arm trapped. Johnson can spin around. That'll end the match. It's awfully close.
But he's got that arm trapped. He's also going for back.
Step over. He's got takedown, and they're just going to call it. There it is. Let's get this tech fall for the Zephyrs. A key 5 points as they get that much closer to getting tying up this dual meet. It's now 23-24. North St. Paul still holding a slim lead as we head up to the next weight class. That'll take us to 160 pounds, where Sullivan Schaefer is going to take the mat. You can see him right there for the Polars. He's going to take on, I believe, let's see if I can get the name right this time, Owen Eigen, the captain at 160 pounds. There's Owen getting ready to go.
Both checking in at the table here.
All right, hey, we're going to give a little shout out to our sponsor, the Spool House, while we have a little break in the action. From prom to weddings, let us suit your formal wear needs. Contact them at thespoolhouse.com, located right off of Highway 61.
Did you take that shot right there? Nice low single right off the bat. A lot of times if you can catch your opponent off guard.
That was a good shot by Eigen. Just couldn't finish.
Yep. He's still working at it. This is a difficult position to work at, but you got to get your leg out while also trying to tie up the other person's legs.
Lots of scrambling in this match so far. Love to see it. Sullivan Schaefer coming out the back. Neither guy in an advantageous position. They're going to call a stalemate, and they'll reset. All right, so we're back in the action. Schaefer working that underhook from the left side. So we talked about the importance of this match right here and the ones after 172. We know that Mahtomedi is going to be heavily favored in the next one, but you got to make hay where you can. So this might be a key match. Whoever can win this one might kind of have an advantage. Oh, big hip toss.
And he comes out on top.
Big move there by Eigen as he's still on the mat.
Back points here.
Takedown in. He's got the 4-point near fall for the Zephyrs. Just felt that, hipped into him. Got the takedown and a 4-point turn, and he tries to go leg
lift.
Turk.
I like the lift and split. Tried to keep that far elbow, but Sullivan was able to kind of sneak it out there.
They're going to give him a 2-point call on that as well. I believe it should be 9-0 if my math is correct here.
Watch this big throw here.
Hips into him, gets the takedown. 4-point near fall. Did they not give him the 2? I thought they had 2 swipes on that one. Either way, it's 7-0 right now in favor of the Zephyrs.
And if you looked at that position where Mahtomedi was in that position, I thought Sullivan Schaefer would actually come out on top on that one, but he just pressured in at the
trap
right time.
arm tilt. Eigen's got more near fall. It's going to get a 3 count for sure. It looks like they're only going to give him a 2. He did swipe 3 times. He's got it trapped again. Still got the 2 count. For our wrestling fans that are tuning in, again, you can get a 2-point near fall, a 3-point near fall, or a 4-point near fall, depending on how long you hold them down there.
And you can see that ref as he's sitting there firing off his arm. That's a count every single time. Every time he gets out, that's 1 count.
All right, so Eigen's going to get the 4-point near fall as they never changed position here. He's going to be up 11-0.
Yeah, controlled that wrist the entire time. Didn't get any of the first back points, but definitely finished it out to get the 4 back.
All right, so dominant first period by Eigen. Eigen looks like a very physical kid. 2 pretty put together wrestlers, that is for sure. Schaefer riding on top here. Schaefer not afraid to be aggressive though. We saw him in the first match. Another nice hip toss by Eigen as he gets the reversal. Eigen felt that though and just tossed it. Tries to go corkscrew leg Turk. It's going to get a 2 count for sure. You can see the fingers.
And that should seal it off.
There it is. So another big 5-point tech fall for the Zephyrs. Just like that, they're in the lead 28-24. Let's see it one more time. Hip toss to his back. Sags, doesn't get the near fall. We saw 2 different hip tosses where he just kind of got his hips in tight.
But
Head was above his in a better position.
But he liked those tilts. That's kind of a different move that you have to be comfortable with, because especially you got to be uncomfortable to be able to roll through and not get caught.
Yeah.
And I thought he did a really, really nice job sucking him back into his hips and getting those counts.
All right, so Ryan Kessner going to take the mat for North St. Paul. He's going to take on Aiden Boaks, the state-ranked wrestler for the Zephyrs. Boaks ranked 8th in the state right now and a returning state qualifier. He's a tough kid. Blast double right off the whistle. We saw Kessner have to be the fortunate one to wrestle Mark Fabota in the first match. Nice high crotch, drives across. Beautiful finish there by Boaks.
Just powerful. Just driving straight through.
Quick 6-1 lead. Putting on a highlight reel here is Boaks. Another blast double.
He doesn't want to get lifted up. Again, Kessner doesn't.
Some mat savviness right there, keeping his feet on the mat. And he keeps his toes in bounds. He's close to a pin. Let's see if Boaks can finish this off. He's got about 75 seconds left. He gets the pin for the Zephyrs.
Right on the edge.
So that'll extend their lead to 34-24. Mahtomedi storming back in this dual meet. You can see the flurry of high crotch here.
This is where
boom.
He brings him down on
finish.
that one. The takedown right after that didn't look like Kessner wanted to get lifted up, so he kind of just bailed out, but unfortunately he bailed, and Boaks was able to keep that leg and work right into it.
Boaks was very impressive.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see him versus Fabota in the next round. That's going to be a really good one. All right, that'll take us to 189 pounds. This is a big one. We got Matt Bono taking the mat for the Polars. He's going to take the mat against Andrew Moran. Sam White. Sam White's going to take the mat, one of the captains. Taking down Bono. Bono and White. We saw Bono get a win in the first round.
Yep. Oh, I liked it. He felt the pressure going for a big headlock, but Bono did not want to step into that right away.
Talked about Bono in the first round. He's going to be playing college football at Dordt University in Iowa. You guys just corrected me numerous times what Dordt College is, or Dordt University, excuse me. Sam White, a captain. Pretty undersized for the weight class, but he's wrestling up, doing it for the team. Nice shot there by White. See if he can finish here. Tell you what, these Mahtomedi upper weight kids in the last couple of years have just been lights out tough. Toes still in bounds. He's going to get the 3-point takedown.
Nice,
he runs him out of bounds.
Right at the very edge. Drag those feet like a football player. Keeping them in bounds, get the 3, and then just kind of sneak out, reset.
And that's what Matt Oswald told me, how many kids that he has on his team that are football players. He's got multi-sport athletes across the board. If you can get those athletes out, that's a good problem to have.
And that's just it. And they help each other out. The two sports help each other out so much. I know the football coach is probably loving the fact that he's got a bunch of wrestlers on the mat during the winters as an off-season sport if they're football players. It's really nice when those two coaches are kind of feeding each other's program.
Yeah, in a win here would ice the duel for Mahtomedi. So this is a big match. Oh, Bono goes hip toss to his back, just as I say that. No takedown yet. White battling hard here.
Just got to lift up, but he still has the arm if he can catch it. He can't.
Gets the 3-point takedown. That was a thing of beauty. We saw him do that in the first round, too, against Marcato Ramos. Just hip tossed him.
And all it was one arm stayed up top. He didn't bring both arms to a shot. It was one arm stayed up top, and he just kind of threw his hip into it.
Yeah, they need this one, as I was saying. North St. Paul has to win this one to stay in the match. And right now, they're doing the job. Up 4-3 after one. Bono battling tough here against White. Let's see that takedown one more time.
Watch this. He just caught that arm. As he was bringing that other, it was almost like a flag straight out, and he got underneath it and threw it walked in right into a hip toss.
Yeah, and White's lucky not to give up any near fall on that, really.
Absolutely.
All right, so Bono's going to ride in the second period. White goes down, up to his feet. Now 4-4. We saw White attacking those low singles. He likes to change levels, attack low. Doesn't want to go upper body with Bono. Bono's a pretty strong kid.
But you got to bring your elbows.
As we talk about that,
wow.
White goes upper body with him.
Who's going to win this one? The guy with the higher. Nice power if he can just sit
headlock.
But
nothing yet. Good hips there by Bono. How did he stay out of that?
I have no idea. And he's in the advantage position right there.
Out of bounds, nothing. Wow, what a great flurry of action. Somehow Bono got out of that headlock. That was crazy.
But it was a tight headlock, and then did a great job. Mahtomedi did a great job of keeping their hips down. Head up, hips down on that headlock.
Yeah, like you said, the person with the head that's higher is typically in an advantageous position. In that case, it was White. Somehow Bono fights off his back. Pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, his hips were off and kind of circled around back onto the mat a little bit, but his head was still trapped underneath. Shows a lot of flexibility in that position.
So we're at 1 minute left in the second period. Lots of action in the second period. Guys going for broke, and I love it. Especially as a neutral fan where you don't have an allegiance to other team, you want to see some fireworks, right?
Yeah, and we definitely got it on that last little flurry.
That's great.
Even right away at the match, these guys have had some really cool scrambles.
Yes. Good shot there by Bono. See if he can finish. He's on the edge of the mat.
He's got a tough whizzer in here. White's got to continue to pressure in.
Bono can limp arm out of here somehow. He'd be in a good position. His head's down, though. This is not a place you want to have your head down. Luckily, he calls a stalemate. They're going to restart.
There's so much pressure on that shoulder on the shot here.
Here's that headlock series we saw.
Throws
Boom,
it in,
goes over the top. Headlock to headlock. Somehow Bono gets out of it.
But then this is where it really impressed right here. Look at those.
Good shot by White as we return to action. He's going to try to scoop that leg, drive across. He's going to get the takedown. Really good technique by White.
And it was right off the whistle right away again. A lot of times you can do it once, but twice, that takes quickness.
And boy, talk about a tough takedown right at the end of the period. That is so tough to come back from when you get a takedown at the end of a period. Let's see that finish one more time. Push-pull, scoops that leg.
Textbook, push the knee off your head and slide it right over to his hip.
That was really nice. Sam White, very, very technical. All right, so third period, Bono's going down. We saw him get away in the first period. He's got to get away, and he's got to get a takedown to win this. Keep North St. Paul in this duel. Otherwise, Mahtomedi will get their first conference win of the year. They're 0-1 so far. North St. Paul came in 2-1. On Alumni Night here at Hastings. And for our Hastings fans that are tuning in and wondering why is North St. Paul and Mahtomedi wrestling, this is our second duel of the night and their triangular match. Hastings is going to wrestle Mahtomedi in the finale, which will happen shortly after. I would guess probably about a half an hour from now.
And I like this. White is just on the ride. Again, looking for that tilt, but he's riding really well, just controlling wrist. Now he's got a ball and chain. You can see if he comes up to a half Nelson with that left hand. There it is. Just trying to turn him, get those hips turned.
Really controlling those hips well. Now he goes to a power half. I think he'd be wise to stick to that wrist control. Not try to go to a power half. Bono's pretty strong. I think just continue to control those wrists and grind on them, put that weight on them. I think it's going to help Bono a lot. Good sit-out attempt by Bono.
White's doing a really, really nice job of controlling wrists from top. Right, he's getting to a wrist, and once he latches on, he looks like he doesn't let go.
So 38 seconds for Bono to get going here. He is down by 3. He's going to need an escape and a takedown or a reversal to his back. Something big. It's possible. We've seen a flurry of action.
Yeah.
He just needs one big move. He's up to his feet quickly. See if he can turn away.
There
it is. Now 7-5. Oh, good shot by Bono. Hips in.
Back two.
Oh, takedown to his back. This is going to be big for the Polars. See if Bono can get the pin. He gets it for the Polars.
That was 17 seconds of craziness there. You mentioned it. It is possible, right? He got up quick. He had that first step, and then he just went to an attack.
That is just pure heart by Matt Bono. That was awesome. Gets to his feet.
But
Cuts away.
This. Doesn't give him just
Bam.
a blast double right to his belly.
Keeps his hips in tight. Sinks that half in. White can't bail out in time. And just like that, it is a 34-30 duel. This was going to be a barn burner, I thought, from the start. And We weren't joking. No, this is going to be a good one. This is going to be Andrew Moran. They're going to bump him up. An undersized 215-pounder. He's going to take on Hickman. Jackson Hickman, very, very physical kid. He's going to go headlock from the jump.
He just wants to end it right away.
Again, Hickman, a senior. Moran, a sophomore. Hickman on a shot. See if he can finish. Oh, steps on his toe. Still got a whizzer in. Nothing yet. He's going to get the takedown, though. Hickman gets the takedown with the toes in bounds.
But if you look at this right now, it's 34-30. If North wins or wins this match, that's the end of the duel here.
Yeah. Yep, North St. Paul's got to have this one. Luckily, they got their senior, and Hickman was one of their toughest guys. Good athlete. Talked about how he was a star pitcher in the first dual meet. Hickman in good position. He's got to keep his hips up, keep his head up. You don't want to put your head down in this position, otherwise you're going to end up on your back. He's got that leg lace, which is smart.
Just kind of a weird position.
Oh,
here.
tries to scoop that head.
Trying to go into almost like a guillotine position there. But the leg kind of popped out, the arm popped out.
If he can keep his hips up, he could jump over the top with this. He's close to kind of having a power half position here.
If he somehow jump over the top, that was a tough position because, and look at that.
Gets the reversal. Good wrestling by Moran as he goes side roll.
He's got to step over here.
Oh, he does.
Arm trapped.
What a crazy match so far. Hickman gets the reversal. Now he's getting back points. 25 seconds.
You can settle in here. If I'm Hickman, I want to work my legs on the outside and just kind of work from the edge.
Don't envy the scorekeepers on this one. This one is got a flurry of action, and trying to keep up with everything is not easy.
10 seconds left here. See if you can keep fighting. Oh, he got those legs
off. Oh, he's close.
For a split second there, I thought.
Oh, he gets the pin. Wow. Just like that, North St. Paul takes the lead. 36-34. What a crazy dual meet.
And for a second there, the legs kind of slipped out. Watch this.
The side roll. Turns into him. Normally you see him jump over the top. He just turns into him. That's just pure strength. Flattens out the hips.
I thought he was clear of a pin here, but then just got that shoulder down.
He gives him the pin, so it'll come down to heavyweight. 36-34 in favor of North St. Paul. North St. Paul's going to send out Miguel Reverin, the junior, and they're going to send out Knox Dunbar, a freshman. All right, so the freshman's going to take the mat against the junior with a duel on the line. Love to see this. Great wrestling by two conference opponents here.
And you got to love the closeness of it, right?
Yeah.
Now this looks like a match where it could be coming down to mat wrestling. Both of them kind of looking for that position, but right now you kind of look like both guys are going to work on their snap downs, work on their slide bys, maybe their ducks. But they're totally content in going into, I know it's a minute 20 left, but they might be content going into that second period 0-0.
Yeah, and Dunbar does have a size advantage, whether that's huge or not. He does have by about 20 pounds, so Mahtomedi does have him on size, but Reverin's got some experience on him, a junior. And as their coach Denver Moeller said, he's actually iced a couple duels for him this year. Okay. So he does have experience being in this key position. And I think anytime you've been there, you're not fearful. As a freshman, sometimes it can be a little intimidating when the whole match is on
your shoulders.
Yes, it comes down to you.
And you always feel like it is, right? Even though everybody knows, everybody in the gym, it comes down to the heavyweight match, but there's so much that goes into a duel that gets you there. But it's also awesome to have an anchor that can slam that door shut and close out the duel.
And you know what kind of worked out in a weird way is both teams had 2 forfeits, which is kind of nice.
Yep.
You know, it's you hate it when it's just like, all right, one team's forfeiting 4 weights and you win by that mark.
Yeah, we've had, I remember one duel already this season where they forfeited all the way up to 133 pounds, and looks like
Reverin's
we're trying
going
to
go
upper body.
He's got this locked up. Oh, Dunbar, Reverin gets takedown right at the buzzer. That's a big takedown for North St. Paul.
Yeah, and he just kind of pressured in. Watch this. There's so much pressure for a headlock, and he kind of just bailed out.
Just kind of popped his head through, gets a little duck under, takedown right at the buzzer with about a second left.
Back on her feet.
Second period, back on her feet, like you mentioned. Most heavyweights do not like going down. They don't mind being on top, but they don't like going down. It's a lot of weight on top of you. So early 3-0 lead with 2 periods to go yet. Talked about how this is going to ice the duel. If Mahtomedi can get the win, they would finish this off with a victory.
Well, the winner of this match wins the match or wins the duel, which is,
Doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's pretty exciting. Here's Reverend going double unders.
Upper body back into
again,
that
bails out, gets
position.
another takedown.
Just didn't feel comfortable in that double overs. That's a position you just got to learn a little bit, right? You got to be comfortable. You got to know how to get out of it.
Dunbar's going to be okay though for a freshman wrestling this weight class. He does some nice things.
And you can't. How many freshmen? If you look at all of the teams in the state of Minnesota, how many freshmen do you think are going to be on a varsity mat? Not many.
No. Certainly not in this situation, right? You don't see a lot of freshman heavyweights where the duel's on the line coming down to you. It's almost unfair in a sense.
Slightly, yes. Because in the mind, that's exactly what he's kind of going through.
All right, so just under a minute in the second period. We're down about 37 seconds. Referee's got this half Nelson. Dunbar's got to know where he's at here.
Just get that
know where you're at.
ankle.
Oh, he's got him on
tough.
the mat. Dangerous position. Dunbar's feet are inbounds. Close to a pin.
There's no chance they're going to get called out here. All of Dunbar's bottom half is there. Covers that arm.
15 seconds. See if he can get the pin. And he gets it for the Polars. The Polars get the dual meet victory, a come-from-behind victory, as Revering gets the pin, and they finish off this win with a 42 to 34 win. Wow, that was exciting.
Yeah, getting 2 pins at 215 and heavyweight to close out the duel. Hickman was looked like he had to kind of start things.
Yep.
And got the pin and followed suit.
Well, and honestly, I think the match that was the big turning point was the one before that.
Bono
came through in a clutch when he was down. He flipped that script completely and won that duel for the Polars.
Yeah, and he got the. I mean, you look at that match. If Bono doesn't squeak out that pin, that's a 9-point swing.
Yes.
And that is the duel.
Yes, 100%. Not that you want to pin it on one guy.
Correct.
But that was amazing. The fact that he had 37 seconds left, got the escape, got the takedown, took him to his back, and pinned him. That's amazing stuff.
Just kind of took advantage of that one small little positioning.
Absolutely.
Right? Can't take a second off because somebody's going to attack. Somebody's going to attack.
So we're going to wrap up our triangular tonight with our last dual meet between Hastings and Mahtomedi. And we're going to start up in just a second. As I look at this dual meet, I just want to circle 2 big weight classes because I think that our fans will really want to see them. At 126 pounds, we're going to see 2 of the toughest kids in the state. You're going to see 127 pounds. You're going to see Aiden Carlson take the mat for Mahtomedi. He's currently ranked 4th in the state. He was 4th at the state tournament as well last year. He's going to take on Will Bainbridge. Will Bainbridge wrestled him early in the year at the Christmas tournament. Lost by 1. Got injured in the match.
Yes.
And he told me that this is a match that he feels like he can win. Now, he's been struggling to get back to full form after some injuries, but I know this is one that he wants.
Well, and he went through an illness too, where he wasn't feeling 100% at that tournament. So that's going to be, you got that one starred. I'm sure Will has had that one starred since that Christmas tournament.
Yes, for sure. The other one that I circled is 172 pounds, where Marks Fabota is going to take the mat, the senior, taking on Aiden Boix. We saw Boix in the first round. Looked like an absolute animal. He's currently ranked number 8. He's a returning state qualifier. Fabota also in and out of the rankings at the guillotine. He's in AAA versus Boix, who's in AA. Fabota's also returning state qualifier. Mark's been wrestling great.
He has been, and he's so close. He's been knocking on that door for so long. Now it comes down to senior year, and he's trying to hit the podium at the state tournament. And this is going to be it could be a big stepping stone right into that, right?
Yep.
Kind of hit. He's been wrestling well, but then continue it on. When you're in your home gym, then kind of lead you on for the second half of the year?
I'm gonna talk about two other matches that I'm kind of excited about as well.
Okay.
I think one that I'm excited about is at 152 pounds, Henry Johnson taking on David Bauer. We saw Henry Johnson in the first round get a tech fall. We saw David Bauer also get a tech fall against the same kid. That's one that I'm circling. I think that's a confidence builder if David can win that match. Another one, I'm really excited to see Donovan Ward wrestle at 133. He's been wrestling super well at senior at 133. If he can beat his successor, who's a decent kid. He hasn't wrestled a ton, but he's found some success. I think that could also be a big win. So I'm circling those as well.
Yeah, Henry Johnson, he looked physical.
Yeah.
And it'll be fun to see David going out there and battling, and it's going to be the technical side of it. You see him, he's been around the mat, even though he took a couple years off there. He's been around the mat for so long.
Yes.
It's fun to watch.
All right, so just a heads up for our fans as well. There will be some forfeits in this next one. Mahtomedi is going to be forfeiting at 114 pounds and 121 pounds. So you'll see RJ Henson and you'll also see Becket Edstrom both get forfeits at this one. Okay, but a little bit more about this dual meet before we get started. We will not have any girls matches at all, so we'll just roll right into the varsity match. So we'll get back to you guys in about 2 minutes. Just going to kind of regroup, have our audio people kind of regroup, get some water, and we'll come back at you for the last round between Hastings and Mahtomedi.
Sports is supported by the Spool House. From prom to weddings, let us suit your formal wear needs.
Making the play.
He gets the pin. Raiders are clawing their way back in this game.
Just snipes one.
It's ball game. Over. Save. Oh my God!
Did you see that?
Great diving play.
He's hit a touchdown. Hastings Raiders win the ball game.
Welcome back to our third round of our triangular showdown here between the Mahtomedi Zephyrs and our Hastings Raiders. I'm Kyle Kreiser, as always, joined by Mitch Heeman. Mitch, we talked about this one just a second ago. There's two big weights that we're really looking at for this one that's going to be absolutely a big showdown. 127 and 172. Those are going to be key matchups in this one.
Those are going to be fun, and they're going to come up pretty quick. If you're Will Bainbridge, you got to be ready to go, because here in just a second there's going to be some forfeits coming up. Parker Taylor's been wrestled really, really well in the first match. We'll see if he can continue that in the second one. But yeah, those are going to be the big ones.
All right, speaking of that, Parker Taylor, the sophomore, getting the nod at 107 pounds here, taking on George McNamara, a 7th grader. He gets the early takedown. Taylor back up to his feet. Saw Taylor get a pin in the first round against the North St. Paul opponent. Very funky kid, likes big moves. We saw him do that against Lloyd in the first round.
There
So step through with a whip over. That's a launch right there.
Yep.
Plenty of time to settle in, and gets the pin. Well done there by Parker Taylor.
And he loves to be in that front head. Came underneath. McNamara actually shot in, I thought, relatively well, but you could see Parker Taylor just sneaking those arms, working, then hit that kind of back trip there for a pin.
He's got really good hips, not afraid to launch people. You can see that in that first match. All right, they're going to be forfeiting to R.J. Henson, the freshman, at 114 pounds. So there'll be another 6 for the Raiders, add to their lead. They're also going to be forfeiting at the next weight class, so Becket Edstrom will also get a forfeit, the talented freshman at 121 pounds.
And then you get back to your rematch here that you've been looking forward to.
And this is the one that I've been circling and I've been looking forward to. As you see Becket Edstrom taking the mat, he's going to get a forfeit as well. We're going to go to 127 pounds. Will Bainbridge is going to take the mat, the talented sophomore. He's going to take the mat against Aiden Carlson. Carlson, 4th at the state tournament last year, currently ranked number 4 in AA. He's going to take on Will Bainbridge. Will looking for that signature win this year. He's been awfully close. He's wrestled multiple state-ranked kids. He beat a state-ranked kid from Wisconsin this weekend, actually majored him. But looking for that signature win against that tough returning state place winner. This is a big one. He lost to Carlson by 1 at the Christmas tournament. Carlson's super slick on his feet. If he can get the takedown game going, if he can take Carlson down, we know Bainbridge is tough on the mat.
Yes, yeah, and that's his go-to position. If you can just get to mat wrestling, that's where Will has always been really, really, really solid.
Yeah, Carlson's a technician. He's very good on his feet. He's got a gas tank that doesn't stop. Will, long, lanky, kind of funky.
And you look at Carlson too. He looks like he's in good position a lot of times. I like Will here. He's got that overhook. Looks like he's the one controlling it a little bit. Head position as well. Just be careful pushing in here.
Good shot there.
Nice shot.
Takes him out of bounds to see if he can circle him back on.
Kind of back into a seatbelt position here.
It's a good shot by Bainbridge, though. Send the message right away to the referee and Carlson that I'm here to wrestle.
Absolutely. And when he hit that overhook, it looked like Carlson wanted to kind of jack him up just a little bit, but he, as a savvy move, his head position was in the right spot, grabbed that far wrist, and then he started controlling it himself into a shot.
My guess is Will has watched a little film on this kid, kind of knows what he wants to do.
Yep. Controlling this elbow on that collar tie.
Carlson very short, compact, and quick. Bainbridge more long, lanky.
And you can see it, in his stance here too. Carlson's. He almost looks like he's always ready to take that next shot.
Good shot attempt. Goes to that left side underhook.
Carlson just kind of backing away, trying to clear it out, and it looks like he does.
Will battle tested. He was just at the bi-states, was one match away from placing in a 66-man bracket, I believe it was. It was a very, very loaded bracket. A good shot by Carlson as he tries to suck in the single.
Keep that head down as much as you possibly can.
Short time.
Just cover that head as much. Come inside this ankle here and elevate. I want to be inside over the top of that ankle. He's trying to sneak across.
Good hips, though, by Bainbridge to not give him an inch. So no score after the first period. It is Will's choice. He defers. Carlson's choice. He's going to go down.
And you'll see a lot of wrestlers, the very first thing they want to do is they want to go down in a 0-0 match. You want to score. However, Will being a very, very solid top wrestler, he's perfectly content at allowing the other wrestler to go down.
For sure. Ooh, good Granby roll position. Oh, he's got a cradle locked up.
There it was.
He'll settle in here for a while. There's the classic Bainbridge cradle that we love to see. Got that locked up.
And he's got it locked up. Nice.
He's got a 3 count. So a 3-point near fall as Bainbridge is going to go to work here. He loves to be on top. We talked about it.
And he was kind of
position.
And you could see it. He was baiting him into it the entire time. And just, I don't know if he locked it up before the roll.
Got it locked up again.
He's got it again.
Carlson coming to his feet, though. You're called potentially dangerous.
Yep. He had that one leg in. But watch this. I don't know if he's got it locked up before he rolls through. Now he's got it locked up.
There you go, suicide cradle. Thing of beauty, man.
That first roll, he didn't have it, but he followed really, really, really well. And then once he created just a little bit more space.
If he can hook that ankle, this is going to be a really good ride for him. You can see he's already got that crossface in.
Yep.
He's got it locked up again, but not going to do anything with it. Gives it the escape.
But in that minute, those 4 points are big, and it's going to start. You're going to see Carlson start pressing to try to tie it up before the third period. Oh,
shot attempt.
Done. Get those hips in.
Comes back to that underhook.
Just be careful here.
Careful for the headlock. Nothing yet. Nothing yet.
No points. Keep that arm.
They're going to give him the 3-point takedown. Okay. But he bails out. Only give up the 3.
Yep.
It's tie score 4-4. 35 seconds left. Good headlock by Carlson. Hit at the right time as he was pressuring in.
Yeah, I like the shot, though. He was in the right position. He just came up. It looked like that head just kind of got popped out to the outside a little bit too soon.
See, Carlson likes to ride legs here. Not really doing anything with it, though. Not getting off to the side. Boy, lots of action in these first 2 periods as we tick down the clock to the end of the second period.
Just watch that tilt. Looks like he kind of wants to roll through.
All right, Bainbridge's choice going to the third period. I'm assuming they're probably going to go down. Let's see. See it one more time as he goes headlock. Tries to hip through, but you can see as he's rolling through, Carlson steps over and it sinks that leg in. So 4-4 score going to the third period. These guys are pretty familiar with each other.
Yep, looking, control these hands, get that first move going. It's always hard to sit here and watch these really close matches from this perspective.
It is.
Because you want to sit there, and I got my legs moving on the bottom underneath the table a little bit.
I know. I think we got more excited than anybody else on that cradle.
Look at this. Come inside that leg on a switch.
So Carlson just riding hips, not really working to improve here. Just content riding those wrists. Bainbridge up to his base now. See if he can hop over.
Now can he come underneath? I think there's an opportunity when he tries to ride from that right side to come underneath and inside that leg.
It's up to his base now. See if he can tripod up to his feet. He's going to cut away. He's up 5-4.
Now, if you look at this, you got a minute left.
See if Will can score.
At the very edge of the mat.
His right side underhook.
But what that did, it also put that idea of, I'm still wrestling in this match, in that ref's head. He could have easily just cleared out, started again.
Yep.
But he's now in this position where he can slow it down just a little bit, too.
Right here, baseball grip.
Yep.
Just slow this match down. You don't need to rush anything.
Trying to go duck under there. Now keep your elbow down if you're Will.
Goes out of bounds, restart. Smart just to circle off, step back in.
And you can see it, he now has hit that duck twice. Just keep that elbow just a little bit lower. Small adjustments when you're wrestling top kids in the state, right?
30 seconds left.
He's going to that baseball grip. Now he's working head position.
Carlson tries to clear out of there. Now tries to work a snap.
There, and that's what he's
hips
trying
are in
to
a
be.
little tight there. Neither guy's been warned for stalling. Carlson on a shot here. Got that baseball grip. Good read
Nice
shot.
read
See if he can
shot.
finish this. Oh, hips are in tight.
Just keep that leg as much as you. Yep. Just lock
Where you're
around
at,
the lock.
where you're at here.
Yep. Stay right there.
Out of
Oh,
bounds.
I
3
thought
seconds left.
I thought that toe was still in. With 3 seconds left, at this point, back away. Right.
Just
get
run away.
Yep. You
No
haven't
guy's
given
been
out.
warned for stalling.
Just back away, back away, back away, back away.
Big
There it is.
win for Will Bainbridge. As you can tell, he is pumped up with a big 5-4 win. That is a signature win for Will. That is awesome.
Absolutely, and that's just mental too, right? You've gotten to this point, and this is what I like. Watch this reshot right at the edge of the mat on that ankle.
That's savvy wrestling
Yep.
right there. Didn't finish it, but boy, you wasted a lot of time on the clock there.
For sure.
You
And
tell
you're s-
Coach Oswald was like, hey, his toe was still in bounds there. Why did we blow the whistle?
And I would have been fine if they didn't blow the whistle, because I thought we had that lock. It was above the knee, right? He wasn't scoring in that spot.
No, I don't think so either. All right, takes us to 133 pounds. Donovan Ward, the senior, is going to take the mat against Raymond Assessor, the sophomore. Donovan's been wrestling really, really well. Has been waiting for his time to shine, and this has been his year. He's been wrestling really, really well as he goes ankle pick, drives across, good cross face here. I love watching Donovan up top. He can cradle anybody. Gets that cradle locked up, bottom knee in the side. That is tight.
And here's one kid. It looks as he continues to tighten it up with a minute 40 left in the match. Here's a kid I was really excited about watching wrestle and really see the growth that he's done.
Yes. It's tight. See if he can get this finished off. And he gets the pin. Donovan Ward looking tough on top.
Did you see that adjustment? He had his bottom knee in the side, but then his right leg was able to scoop at the exact same time. I don't know how he got into that position. That was weird. But
Man, he's going to be a force. I'm telling you right now.
good things are going to happen. And like I said, I was excited.
He flies under the radar, but I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to surprise some people.
For sure.
Great ankle pick, right to that cross face.
Gosh, that's
Just
so
mean. All right, it's going to take us to Trey Bisel at 139 pounds. He's going to take on Max Schultz, the junior. Trey, off of a recent Outstanding Wrestler Award at the Bi-States, he tech-falled his way through that tournament. He has been on an absolute tear. You're going to see a show right now, folks. This is going to be fun to watch. He is just a takedown machine as he goes underhook, far ankle.
He is at his best is when he's attacking, right? His feet are always going. So many times, or not, I shouldn't say so many times, he's always going forward. Watch how powerful this underhook gets if he hits it.
Nice shot. See if he can go up and finish this. Drives it across, lift, drives across, gets the early takedown. Max Schultz looked pretty tough in the first round, but he's wrestling a whole different beast than Trey Bisel.
And he's just working to slow down as much as you can, and it's hard to slow Trey down.
Look at that pace, though. One thing to the next. Goes front headlock, left side, right side. He's now up 6-2.
But one thing I was really impressed with, I was talking to Coach Luke Veit.
Nice
here.
shot, man. Goes from left side underhook all the way across, shoots it. Now up 9-3.
You know, I was talking to Coach Veit here when we were doing alumni night, and one thing that he has talked about is the pace and the intensity that they're doing. Trey, you see him putting on a takedown clinic here with another takedown, another double, but he is the very first one that's drilling. At the beginning of every single drill that they do, they break, they call out something, and he's the first one drilling, and now you're starting to see it. Right there again, right into a cradle here. It just looks like Max Schultz just kind of wants to go down.
Trey Bisel, the University of Minnesota Gopher commit, just having fun out there.
Yeah, rolling around, trying to get to a double. He's got 20 seconds left.
You teach him that?
I don't roll that well. And there's that
the
last
tech.
takedown.
Wow.
That must be a dad, Coach Chad Bisel move right there. Probably showed him back.
A little side roll takedown.
Yeah.
Either way, Bisel with another first period teched his way through the Bi-States. You can see just putting on a clinic, one shot to the next.
But like I said, great kid overall. and then he works his butt off.
Has
Knows
to
how
go
to do that. Look, a little barrel roll
We
there.
got a little chuckle out of Hunter Pinky there.
That's probably why he rewound it a little bit too. Sure, we can see the last takedown, but he wanted to see the barrel roll.
This takes us to 145 pounds for Rocco Elonardo. The sophomore is going to take on Franza Faesa, a junior. Rocco's been wrestling really, really well, getting himself in really good shape. Currently ranked number 10 in the state. Took 8th at the bi-states. Beat some tough kids. Beat a state-ranked kid from Mineral Point, Wisconsin.
And one thing I like is I like his overties. There's so many times he goes to an overtie. Oh, now he wants to go upper body. He wanted to do this
Body
last.
lock to Faesa. And we saw Rocco scoring about 5 different ways in the first round.
Yes.
From underhook, from a high crotch, from a blast double. He's not afraid to mix it up and try new things.
No, and it looks like he might have gotten an elbow to the eye or something there.
All right, so some injury time here. Looks like he got knocked in the face. I don't think anything serious, but just kind of maybe a little poke in the eye.
Just caught him off guard here, right with the elbow. It looked like, I thought. Right here.
There it is. You can see it. Got smacked right in the face.
It just kind of looked like Faesa looked like he kind of slipped off.
Yeah, nothing malicious.
Nope. But as a wrestler too, you get kind of popped in there, wakes you up, and then you want to kind of go back to that upper body stuff, right?
So he goes double unders again.
See if you can drop down on a fireman's. He's in that position.
Saw Faesa in the second round though. He's a scrapper, man. He'll get in awkward positions and bail himself out as he goes to a Russian tie slide by.
Kind of into that Olympic cradle stretcher position.
Yeah, he doesn't have that lock to the chin yet, but I think
Not
he's
yet.
got it locked
There
up
it is.
soon. There it is.
There's the lock.
Yeah, he lets go of it. He's still got it if he wants to use it, but he might run out of bounds. He just kind of adjusts. Up 6-1, about 25 seconds left. Rocco had a great offseason wrestling for Team Minnesota, both in Greco and freestyle. Got a lot bigger and stronger over the summer. Definitely filled out, went up about 20 pounds.
Yeah, I was shocked to see it, when you sit there and you look at last year to this year, you project your lineup a little bit. At the middle school level, we go up about 10 pounds. And at the high school level, you might go up to that next weight class. He moved up several.
Yes.
But he's filled out the part pretty well. Knows how to go upper body, but very, very hard to score on. That's one thing that he's fantastic at, is he's so hard to score on.
Get a good shot of our coaches there, and Luke Veit and Tim Hanneberg. Those guys work really well together. Luke does a lot of the technique, and Tim does a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff, the managerial stuff, if you will. They're a good tandem.
Absolutely. It's nice to have that good 1-2 punch. Created a good culture. You have a good room, good plans.
Detail-oriented, I would definitely say. And Tim is more of a soft-spoken leader. Luke's more of a, I would say, lead by voice, but also by action. Not afraid to push kids to the max. There's just a good combination with each other.
Yeah, and one thing Tim is very good at is he's very good at analyzing different things. I like the way he handles and he chooses different things during the match.
Yes, got a little butcher locked up here. See if he can try to flatten those shoulders. Not close to a pin yet, but he's got a minute to use this as he kind of reverses the grip. He's going to get 4-point near fall. 10-1 now in favor of Elonardo. 10-2 as he gets the escape. So he goes pancake right to his back.
There. I like the
plenty
position.
of time to settle in here.
And you sit there, just keep that, get your back points, which you did. Now slow Faesa down a little bit, and now start working it tighter and tighter.
Gets the pin. 6 more points for the Raiders.
So many times when you put somebody to their back right away, there's that flurry of bridging, hard bridging, moving those shoulders back and forth. You just got to slow them down, wait them out, get your points, and then move into it.
Good night for Rocco Elonardo.
Yep.
He looked really tough on his feet, controlling these matches, never really in danger. Now, this is one I circled. I thought this was going to be a really good match. This is David Bauer taking the mat for the Raiders, the junior. He's going to be taking on one of the captains for the Zephyrs. This is Henry Johnson. Johnson had a big tech fall win, as did Bauer, against the same opponent from North St. Paul. This one on paper could be a really close match. We saw Johnson get a plethora of different takedowns. We saw Bauer do the same. So the takedown might be the key to this match, right? Who can get the first takedown, who can control the match. We know Bauer's good on top. Johnson's kind of a long, lean wrestler. Bauer more of a shorter, compact one. Good shot. See if he can finish this.
Nicely done. Step over, pop your
Scoops
head
that
out.
leg. If he can pop his head out, he's close to a
Right
finish.
there. Looks like he's got it hooked off really well. Oh, nicely done, David Bauer.
That was really good technical skill right there.
Gosh, he had that leg. He had that leg hooked, and then all of a sudden he goes right to that back. I want to see. I'm not sure if we have that takedown.
Let's see it one more time.
But watch the hand placement by this left hand.
Scoops that leg right away.
Yep. But right, it just knocks him down just a little bit. Here, that little adjustment.
Yeah.
When they talk about small things, small things in wrestling, that little adjustment doesn't seem big, but it's a savvy wrestling move.
Yes, for sure. All right, so Bauer controlling 3-0. That first takedown is crucial. About a minute left in the first period. He's tough on top, as we mentioned earlier. Likes to armbar, likes to ride deep waist, likes to ride wrists. This is where he feels comfortable.
Rolls it under right to trying to work a bar right now.
Johnson battling tough though. Scoots forward to get to his base.
But watch how far these deep waists go. Now he's got a bar locked up here.
See if he can run this. He's got to flatten him out first. Got that
tries to
bar
stack
tilt.
him.
See if he can do something with this. He's got 25 seconds to try to turn him. Tries to bring him the other way.
There we go. He's still got that bar nice and
him up.
tight.
Does not feel good as the bottom man, though. I can tell you that.
Especially when you have that.
Big steps around the head. See if he can get it. He's got back points. There it is. See if he can flatten him out.
And if he's got it hooked now, just sit out and lift. He's
See if
got
David can get it.
both those elbows trapped.
Good first period by David Bauer, though. Man, great ride. Up 7-0 after one.
But again, I talked about that savviness at the edge of the mat. Again, he went to that bar half and then wanted to go to the wrist. It was almost set up to that wrist.
Yeah, one move to the next. So he's going to go down on Bauer. I don't know if I would choose to do that after watching him in the first period, but he's going to give it a whirl. Quickly up to his feet.
Just got a mat return here, nicely done. Now you go to work. And watch how deep, look at that, look how that left arm
That's
is
old
all
school.
the way. Yes, is all the way across. He's got it past his hip, and that just suffocates you as a bottom wrestler.
Yeah. Yep.
But Henry Johnson continuing to work up.
As he's got that arm bar again, though.
There it is.
He's got big steps. See if he can go around this head. He's got that shoulder up. David can just walk around that head. He's got it locked up.
And if he can he still has the wrist.
See if he can switch off.
I think he's switched. Nicely done.
Good chain wrestling. He might try to drop back and switch to like kind of a whip over position, if you will. Plenty of time. He's got over a minute to try to flatten out that shoulder. And David Bauer looking really tough tonight.
Yes. And look, I like the resetting of it right there.
He's now up 11-0. Needs one more turn here for the tech fall.
Dropped his chest down just a little bit.
I love he's still digging out that deep waist, even as flat.
And when you're sitting there, I've been in those positions before as the bottom wrestler. You're just like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like somehow they have that hand glued there, even when you come up, right?
Yes. Nice hard crossface. And the second he gets control of one hand, you can see that left arm just kind of working all the way across.
So I think if they make it to the third period in this one, I think David goes back up top.
It wouldn't surprise me. All you have to do here, we have 24 seconds left. If you're David, you got to stop his first move.
Yep.
Because Henry was up on his feet. It was close to a takedown.
There it is again. Yep. You're just talking about it. Nice little trip. I like that.
Yeah. Seemed effortless.
Yeah. He felt it and just kind of mat returning.
Yeah.
And David's been around the sport for a long time. He has a good feel for the sport, even though he's been away from it a little bit. You can tell he's still very comfortable on the mat, on his feet, knowing where to be. Let's see what they decide to do in the third period. Going down.
David's kind of pleading his case.
All right, so maybe an escape takedown for the win.
But I think he was pleading his case because
come on, I turned this guy twice.
Yeah, I think I would be.
Yeah, I would too. You never talked off your coach, though, did you? Like, were you?
But he just kind of said something a little bit, but then Coach Luke goes, "All right, go to your feet," and then David went, "No, I'll go back down." Yep. Workout, and it just gives
you never shook up your coach, though, did you?
No. Nope, never.
Yeah, right.
Wait.
Lies.
Yeah.
Oh, he tries to go a little crampy roll on that. Well, definitely wasn't there.
There it is.
I don't know if you want to be up to your feet on a half Nelson.
There it is. Oh, just pop your head out.
You know, maybe this is a position where they just want David to get better too.
Absolutely. You always gotta get better in some sort of position, right? There might be a match where he's down on the bottom and he has to get away.
What's been fun to watch too with David is the size difference, right? He was a 103-pounder, 106-pounder, I believe, before it was 107. Just two and a half years ago.
Yes.
He's gotten a lot bigger and stronger. Nice re-switch.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Just sat right into it.
See if he can lock this up.
It looks like he's right there in the cradle.
He's got the switch if he can get his leg free. Johnson's got long arms, though.
But he's working for the lock, I think. I don't think he's got the lock yet.
He's got the 2 reversal.
Yep.
So 13-0. See if he can put him on his back and finish it. Trying to lock this up really tight and finish him off. Just need one turn.
This is what I love. Notice how he's keeping that head in there as much as he can. And that's what turns somebody.
That's tight. Nicely done. That was awesome.
That was good.
Wow. Textbook wrestling by David Bauer. The tech pin to finish it off for Bauer as he gets another 16 points for the Raiders.
Watch this reversal. Kind of sits, hits a standing switch, but then stops in this position, understands, he's still locked in on that leg. If you're Henry Johnson, you just kind of want to bail out, give it to him.
All right, so this is another match that I thought on paper was going to be a good one. Captain Owen Eigen for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs is going to take the mat. He's a senior. He looked pretty tough in the first round. He's going to take on Presley McCrae, who's coming back off an injury. Presley also looked tough. Both of them took down Schaefer from North St. Paul by pin. This could be a tough one. Eigen, kind of a funky wrestler. We saw him in the first round. Does some nice things out there. We know how dangerous Presley can be on top. Nice slide-by position by Eigen. Oh,
quick hips right
Presley
there.
bails out of that, ducks his head through. He gets onto that top position. He's going to go right to that cradle where he is super tough. He's got that locked up. Wow, just like that, he's got that cradle locked up. Plenty of time to operate, too. Eigen's going to pick at this grip and try to break it. He re-grips.
That's that tough spot. He's got that shoulder. It's hard to pin it down.
Presley's got lots of time, though, to flatten that near shoulder. Boy, just like that, though, he slid behind him and got that cradle locked up.
And the slide by was there. Like it was a solid field move, but Presley just quick hips, continuing to look at these small adjustments, slowly working that shoulder down. But that left shoulder is just stuck up, and it's going to be tough to get it down.
It will be. Can try to shake him down a little bit. He might want to come off to the side a little bit. He's just going to give that up. You can tell he's shaking his head like, oh, man, I just couldn't get it through. All right, so 7-1 as they go back up to their feet. Eigen back in on a shot. Presley's got to get his leg back.
He's got that ankle there. Block those knees as much as you can.
Stalemate position. We'll go back up to our feet.
Now get it going here.
We'll see it one more time. He's got this cradle locked up. Just baits him, gets it locked up, and then just brings him back. And this is a position, if Presley wants to make a push towards the state tournament, possibly placing even, he's got to get really good on his feet. He's made improvements there, but he's got to be consistent with it.
Yep.
You can see he makes like little mistakes every once in a great while.
He's working his hips out here. I like nice move.
Wow, see if he
with
can
that left leg.
Somehow he ends up in a top position here.
Yeah, it was really, really nice working those hips out.
Dangerous position, but somehow he ends up on top. Not out of the water yet.
Notice how he's kind of working his hips.
Yeah, he's got to scoot around a little bit more. We're going to call it stalemate. Good wrestling by both wrestlers. Can't be much time here as the clock runs out. They're going to call it here. After one, it's 7-1 in favor of Presley McCrae. All right, it is his choice for going to the second period. All right, Mahtomedi is going to go down. We know Presley's dangerous here.
Yep. Solid position here.
The hard part, though, is, once you know that cradle's coming, you can cap those hands. But if you're really, it's easier said than done, right?
Yes. Yep. And
hard to beat a good cradle guy when they know what they're doing.
Right, and you got to be able to bait it different ways.
Yeah.
But a lot of times you got to have another dangerous move to get to it that sets up that cradle. And it looks like he's going for this armbar, and that's what I like. Get a secondary move just in case. It's a lot like on the feet. You got to have an attack to both legs.
Yeah.
When you're at those top level wrestlers, you have to have something, a secondary move.
So it goes armbar tilt. It's going to get some back points on this one. Goes back to that cradle.
There it is. He just put that head right next.
Oh, that is tight.
Oh.
Doesn't get it. Loses his grip. He's up 10-2 now as they go back to their feet. All right, I want to see Presley get back on his feet now and work his takedowns.
Yeah, absolutely. Get the feet moving just a little bit. Be the aggressor.
Yeah, I've seen Eigen get on some shots, be pretty aggressive, not afraid to put himself out there.
And he's still going. There's another shot. Presley blocking, getting him all the way down to his belly. Now let's score here. Take advantage.
It's close to a takedown. Nothing yet as he's got the ankle and they go out of bounds. Yeah, I want to see Presley get on his own attacks here. We saw him counter his first move in the first period. And this is where you might see conditioning be a factor too, because Presley hasn't wrestled a ton of matches this year. Still getting himself back in shape. You can see Coach Matt Oswald wondering why there wasn't a three-point takedown, since he might have had the hips covered. Again, a very physical kid that's controlling the pace here.
And continuing to attack.
Presley's got a circle, otherwise he's going to get dinged for stalling. Good single leg attempt, but he stopped moving. He's got a quarter Nelson. This is a dangerous position to be in as he bails out and gives up the three-point takedown.
Just got to work that shoulder forward as much as you possibly can.
Now 10-5 in favor of Presley. Head's got to stay up.
15 seconds.
Tries to hop over. Nothing yet.
He's close to getting that reversal.
See if he can get a reversal. He almost baited him by...
I'm not sure what happened there.
Gets the reversal. Wow. Savvy wrestling by Presley McCrae. He felt that armbar, kind of hopped over. Unorthodox for sure, but he gets the reversal. Up 12-5. And it is Presley's choice. Let's see what he wants to do here. He wants to go down, okay. See where he hops over here. Kind of felt that there was a loss in pressure. You don't see that every day. That is for sure. Don't teach your wrestlers that one. All right, so third period, Presley up 12-5. See if he can get his body moving and get away here.
Hey, you don't want to be underneath here for too long. That armbar was, it did look solid and tight at the beginning, but Presley able to get out of it.
So Owen Eigen, one of their captains, seems to be keeping the pressure on here. We saw him get on his attacks on his feet, and he's going to want to go back there again as he cuts Presley McCrae to go back up there. It's now 13-5. Goes back on a high crotch. Good hips by Presley. See if he can score here. Eigen's got some nice shots.
He gets in. He has been getting in deep on shots, but Presley, his hips look really good right now. Just trying to stay away or hip pressure as much as he possibly can.
Nice. Good hips by Presley. Now 15-5 in favor of, 16-5 in favor of McCrae.
Just kind of brought that, got the major now locked up. I'm just trying to work from top here.
And this is one of those matches for Presley where he's just got to work himself back into shape.
Yep.
You can tell he's gassed, he's tired, but he's just got to work and keep moving and get himself back in wrestling shape.
And keep the pressure, right? Keep the pressure on him right now. Even when you're kind of gassed a little bit, if you can keep that pressure, it stops him. Looks like he's got a cradle almost locked up there.
Yep. Yeah, and Presley is a dangerous wrestler. I mean, people don't know he's going to cradle. He can cradle pretty much anyone. We saw him do it against a state-ranked kid from St. Francis early in the year and ended up pinning him.
Oh, just get off your hip, though. Kind of boost forward. Got to boost forward as much as you possibly can. Nice.
Good recovery.
Yep.
Definitely got some things to work on, but you take the win and you kind of build off of that, right?
For sure. I mean, you'll take a major decision against a kid who looked like had a great gas tank. He was in on a couple of shots. I bet the thing I was happy with the most was his sprawls, right?
Yes.
His hips were excellent.
Yeah, and a good tough right on top. He's shaking his head. He's not happy the way he maybe finished that match, but you take that win, you build off
Watch
of it.
this. Sliding that left leg back. And first match back is never easy, especially in the middle of the season.
All right, so this is going to be a good one. This is one we circled. But before we talk about this match, let's give a shout-out to the Spoolhouse from Prom to Weddings. Let us suit your formal wear needs. Visit us at thespoolhouse.com. We appreciate their sponsorship of HCTV and our friends at SCCTV as well tuning in. This is one of the premier matches we circled. This is Mark Fabota, the senior, taking on Aiden Boex. Boex currently ranked 8th in the state, returning state qualifier. Mark Fabota, also a returning state qualifier at one time, was ranked number 10. Mark coming off a really good showing at the bi-state tournament. Beat some tough kids. Was 7th at the bi-state tournaments. Both guys looked really tough against their North St. Paul opponent in the first and second rounds.
Yeah, and
nice slide by. See if he can
there.
finish here. Goes upper body. Good recovery by Boex, trying to get his hips and facing him.
And I thought Boex, he shot really well in the first period.
Yeah, his high crotch was there in that first match we saw. He's definitely a physical kid. Speaking of physical, Mark's not afraid to mix it up too.
Nope. There's not going to be another kid on this team that wants to challenge somebody upper body more than him.
Yes. Still scoreless, but flurry of action in the first 50 seconds of wrestling here. Mark, an excellent Greco wrestler. He had a summer of really successful wrestling, placed at the Northern Plains Regional.
Just got to watch that. I like that over tie slide by. I really do. Just kind of gets your opponent into a different position, and that's where you can work on, another shot.
Yeah,
maybe.
Mark's good in that position too. Mm-hmm. He pressures in, then lets him push back, and just like that.
Yep.
Gets a little bit of an angle.
And that's all it is. So much of wrestling is angles, right?
See if he can bury this on the mat. Gets the
Nice.
takedown. Nicely done by Mark Fabota.
Doesn't need a big lift, right? Just a little bit of space to bring him down. That takedown's huge with 20 seconds left in the first.
Little Russian tie, throw by, gets that takedown. That's a big takedown to set the tone in this match. Mark, one of the senior captains on this team, has just done a wonderful job of getting better every single day. He's wrestling his best right now. See if he can keep him on the mat as they go out. 6 seconds left. Let's see that one more time.
Did he give him? I believe he gave him the one for an escape. Nope, he didn't.
So Boex will go back down with 6 seconds left. See if Mark can hold him down. That would be big if you can ride him out here. You can see Coach Matt Oswald wants that escape. Not happy about it. He thought he had it too.
Stop that
big
first
mat return.
move. Yes, with 2 seconds left.
Well done by Fabota.
Yep, the takedown, ride out. It's exactly what Mark needed.
All right, Boex is going to defer. Excuse me, Fabota's going to defer. Boex's choice. He's going to go down. Not a surprise there. He was up to his feet pretty darn quick in that first period. So Bota's going to look to wrestle in college next year. He's looked at a couple different places, the D3 level. And we've seen a lot of D3 wrestling. I think he's going to fit right in there.
Yes.
Oh, nice little claw lift.
I like it. Trap that leg. Oh, that other knee just kind of slid right underneath it.
Yeah, Boex felt that and kind of slid his legs right through.
It was a smart move. A nice mat return.
Yeah, another nice mat return. Mark's always been good in that position. Where I think he's gotten better so far this year is his feet, and that's been an area where he's been maybe sloppy at times, but he's found a couple go-to moves where he's been successful.
But I also think sometimes he becomes a little bit too aggressive.
Yeah.
Into that.
It opens himself up.
Yep, and that's what That's what's gotten him in trouble against top wrestlers in the past. He's always been able to be right there and so dangerous. But
Yeah,
this year he looks like he's ready.
and I like when Mark just goes out there and wrestles and doesn't think. When he everything just flows naturally, just lets it fly. Good things happen. We saw him get a couple big wins in his career, where he's beat ranked wrestlers and he's just gone out there and brawled. But he's also a smart wrestler too. Like he knows how to work the angles and work the edges and.
Yeah, and I think as a captain of your team, right? I think he's fit right into that and earn that captainship.
Yep, for sure.
That's a word, correct? I just threw that out there and I go, oh.
Mitch, you were on point. I know you've been off school for a little bit, but yes, well done.
I'm a math teacher for a reason.
Yeah. Wasn't going to say it, but well done. 27 seconds left. Mark clinging to a 3-1 lead.
Back on that overtie again. You can just see
Bowick's
pressure
on a
in.
shot here. Ooh, tries to roll through.
And does get it. Gets himself out of
bounds.
And those are the small things, right? Like watch this.
See it one more time.
Like tries
Mark
to
baiting
roll
him.
through, but his hands go to different places. His body's still rolling. He has momentum. Man.
Tries to go high flyer on that one. That makes me a little
I
nervous.
was about to say.
But you know what? He hit that at the right time on the edge of the mat.
Yep.
All right, Mark's choice going into the third period. He's going to go down. He's got a 2-point lead. Don't be surprised if Bowick's cuts him here if he can't turn him.
He looked very physical on top, though.
Yeah.
Against North St. Paul.
But Mark Fabota is a different breed.
Correct.
But again, I'm guessing he's going to give him 30 seconds to ride, and if he can't do anything successful here, he's just going to cut him.
And you can see it just keeping that strong base.
There it is. Just going to reach back and see. Oh. Careful here, Mark.
Yep. Know the situation of the match, right?
Yep.
In that spot, once you hit your butt, you go right to your belly.
Well, and he's already felt that once, right?
Yes.
And so if you know that you have that in your arsenal, you got to switch to something else. Bowick's riding hard, but Mark holding on to that wrist.
He's not. The only time he's hit his belly is when he kind of brought him down on that leg.
All right, so just over a minute left. They go out of bounds. So Boda has a 3-point lead, and they don't give him the escape. It sounds like there was no separation. Look at Oswald's giving him the instructions here to let him loose.
And he looked like Oswald wants to cut him.
Yeah. Talking to Coach Matt Oswald there in the long yellow sleeves. Long-time Mahtomedi coach. He's up to his feet to just cut him.
But
it's now 4-1.
He was trying to get that little
slide by
takedown at the end.
See if Mark can finish this. Good hips by Bowick's.
Be physical at the edge of the mat here. Try to pull him back on. Maybe even get a cheap little stall call if he's trying to back out a little bit.
Keep your toe right there. Oh, they're going to call stalemate. Yep. See that savvy wrestling, they'll keep you one toe in.
Yep, but it dropped about 10 seconds off the clock, right?
Yep.
Now 4-1.
Mark's got to keep being the aggressor, but not put himself in a dangerous position. We saw Bowick's get deep on a shot once or twice. He cannot allow that to happen.
But his head position here is really key.
You can be in this underhook position, but just don't let him get inside of you.
Just mean with that forehead, isn't he?
Yes. He's not a nice wrestler. That is for sure. Nice slide by Attempt again. Good sprawl by Fabota. See if he can score here. He's in a good position to score here if you just keep his toe in.
But just trying to pull him in. Looks like
Bowick's trying to back out.
Yeah, he's trying to just kind of get to a clear spot, which is tricky. If you're Mark, you want to stay right there.
Yeah, that's
Don't
really
move
good wrestling right there. Got to be careful here. We go out of balance, and Fabota gets a big 4-1 victory. Continues his hot streak of wrestling. Mark's Fabota on an absolute tear right now.
But what I really like about that is he had to wrestle for a full, minute and 10 seconds of just staying in a good position.
Yep.
That's what it all came down to, is if you got to ride out, you can get the lead, but can you ride it out on the feet? That was really good.
That was great wrestling by Mark Fabota. Felt the danger, knew where he was. That was awesome. All right, that'll take us to 189 pounds, where the Raiders are going to send out Jeremy Marcato Ramos, the senior. He's going to be taking on White, I believe this is. This is Sam White, the captain. Deep on a single right away. He comes up to a cradle. Got locked up against Jeremy. Jeremy's got to fight this. And he does. All right, so quick 7-0 lead with the takedown and the 4-point near fall. Again, we talked about it. Jeremy getting his chance to start this January evening. Xavier Tim's pretty much their typical starter, but out of town, as White's got this cradle locked up. Jeremy, just a great kid.
Yes.
Glue guy that you definitely want to root for.
Continuing to work up here. Looks like White had the bar for a second there, let her go.
Sam White has the privilege of wrestling with Aiden Boax every day. They're about the same size. He's he's giving up some weight at 189 pounds, but when you have a good training partner like that, you get better in the process.
Absolutely.
Clinging to an early 7-0 lead in the first minute with the takedown and the turn. Marcato looking for a switch.
Switch position, but just kind of left that arm hanging just a little bit. White wisely just kind of breaking him back down once you have that wrist.
So I got to ask, Coach, you've been to a lot of alumni nights here. How does this one compare? More or less than usual?
I think it's kind of been about the same as it has been the last couple years. I thought what's nice is we look like we had some girl alumni wrestlers that came back this year, which is awesome. I think that's might be the first time I've seen that.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is great. But they had I don't know the exact number. I think the most we've ever had is over 100 at one of the alumni nights.
Yeah, and I think it's hard. January 2nd, a lot of people are still out of town.
Yep.
All right, it is Mahtomedi's choice. They're going to defer, I believe. Jeremy's going to choose. Oh, no, they're going down. Never mind. Yeah, to your point, heading those girls, I mean, our program has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger every year, having girls in our program. This year, having over 35 girls, just growing the sport.
And I'll tell you this, I went down to, I was at one of their, kind of the ending of one of their practices, and it can get intense in that live wrestling as well.
Oh, I bet.
You have some really solid girls. With the Levines wrestling around, you have Adriana Dahlberg. She looks like a stud.
Yeah,
That's very, very athletic and just kind of mean, and she's going to grow into that spot. Lily Watts is in there. It's fun to see.
Yep. That was a nice reversal there by White. Sat, turn, kind of picked that ankle right away. As he go out of bounds, it's 9-1 in favor of White. Let's see that one more time as he stands up, turns away, goes right to that ankle. Marcato Ramos wasn't not ready for that. Another shot by White. Good sprawl by Marcato Ramos, so get those hips away.
I just got caught with the toes on the mat, and they just kind of curled right in, and White was able to just kind of walk right into it.
That was a good adjustment, right, to bring your hips to the party.
Yep.
Bring them up, slide them in, drive across. Textbook. Just how you teach them, right? Something like that.
Something like that, yeah. I mean, that's exactly what you want to see. You kind of take your shot, right? And if you get blocked, you kind of knee slide forward and just kind of walk right up.
So 1 minute left in the second period. White in control of this match with a 12-1 lead.
He's got that wrist right along the back, which I don't know about you. I've been in it a couple times. It's not comfortable.
No.
But he comes through almost on a thread the needle here.
Yes.
If you can get that wrist,
he's got it locked up.
Tough.
That's really tight.
That is tight.
And White gets the pin for the Zephyrs.
Keeping your arm behind your back, there's no bridging there.
As they get their first win in this dual meet. Sam White looked very tough tonight. Coming back after his tough loss against the Polars. Came back and got a victory against Jeremy Marcato Ramos. That will take us 215 pounds, where the Raiders are going to send out sophomore phenom Adrien Fuks, who's been on an absolute tear. He's going to take the mat against another sophomore in Andrew Moran. Moran, an undersized 215-pounder. Fuks has been really wrestling well, just coming off placing 9th at the Bi-State tournament, where he wrestled extremely well. Kind of goes arm spin, Moran does.
Yeah.
They go out of bounds, though.
I think that caught him off guard a little bit. right at the edge of the mat, and I'm wondering if he thought, well, maybe I'll just kind of let off a little bit.
One match that maybe you didn't see when he was at the Bi-States, he ended up losing in the quarterfinal round to a kid from Wisconsin. Came back and he got majored by this kid, mind you. Came back and beat the kid.
Oh, really?
On the backside.
Wow.
A senior from, I believe it was Boston, Wisconsin. So, I mean, just...
Right by your hometown, correct?
No.
No?
No, coming by the Dells.
Okay.
No. I'm more of a Milwaukee guy. Like Matt Oswald. From our same stomping ground.
Yep.
Coach Matt Oswald was telling me a story that when he was in high school, he got to wrestle Dennis Hall.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Dennis Hall was from
How'd
my
it
hometown.
go?
He said he got tech fouled, but
okay.
said Dennis Hall had a pin streak and he broke it.
Oh, really? That's something to say.
Yeah. Fuchs got this cradle locked up tight. See if he can drop this bottom knee in and flatten those shoulders up. Good fight by Moran, though. Yeah, he said that he couldn't pin him.
Okay.
And he said Dennis Hall was so mad he wouldn't shake his hand afterwards.
No way.
Yeah. For those people that don't know, Dennis Hall is arguably the greatest Greco-Roman wrestler in American history.
He was all right. I wonder about the only question I would have said was, did he go for a big throw or was it more top-bottom wrestling?
I'm guessing it was a lot of, I'm going to go for a big throw and Coach Oswald bailing out. No, Coach Oswald from West Bend, Wisconsin, about 20 minutes away from where I grew up.
Okay.
So kind of fun.
Yeah, you like those little connections, right?
Oh, for sure, for sure. Fuchs wrestling well in the first period, up to a 10-2 lead as Moran in on a shot. See if he can score here. Short time, and he gets another takedown.
Get a takedown right at the end.
13-2, nicely done by Adrien Fuks.
That last little series you could see is a lot of wrestlers, there's 3 seconds left. You just got the takedown, 2 seconds left, whatever it was. You could just stop there, right? Everybody just kind of pauses. But that last little, it went right to a crossface, right to the next thing. Shows you what kind of wrestler Adrian wants to be.
You know, Fuchs is just so technical. It's amazing for a kid that really hasn't wrestled that much and is only a sophomore. He does such good stuff on his feet. Just a different stylistically of a wrestler than a lot of our Hastings guys. A lot of Hastings guys are good on top. Fuchs is tough on his feet, as he shows us right there.
But right there, like, again, and I've mentioned this before.
As he gets the tack here in the second period.
I thought I see a lot more shooting coming from the upper weights, and Adrian is one of those. He's not afraid to go upper body. Don't get me wrong, but it's less. Watch this, just athleticism, left-handed high C.
Switch to that double. Bam. That is a thing of beauty with that left-handed high crotch. Switching to that double. Just how you coach it up. And that'll take us to the last weight class where we're going to send out Elijah Christopher. In and out of the rankings, placed at the Bi-States and the Christmas tournament. He is a tough, tough kid taking on Knox Dunbar. Christopher only a junior, Dunbar a freshman.
But you're going to see more shots here, like I mentioned. Elijah is not afraid to get low and try to use his athleticism because he definitely has it. He's got quick feet.
Nice snap down.
Powerful hands.
Yeah, Elijah Christopher not afraid to mix it up. He'll go upper body. He'll attack low levels. He's not afraid to throw. Very athletic for a big guy.
But one thing that I've noticed, especially in the last year or two, is his gas tank has gotten a little bit better.
Yes.
Better and better, and he's able to go.
I think he's buying in. I think he's taking care of his body a little bit better too, and part of being a little bit more mature as a junior.
For sure.
Another takedown by Christopher. One thing that impressed me, and this has nothing to do with even wrestling, but roll through tilt. I like it. I was at the Tartan duel, and there was some kids on our team that were kind of horsing around behind the scenes off to the side, and Elijah called them out and said, knock it off, which he was that kid 2 years ago.
100%.
Or even a year ago.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And really tells you kind of a shift in himself.
Yeah, pretty cool. All right, so he cuts him. He's now 6-2. Yeah, Christopher, very, very talented kid. Beat a couple really tough Wisconsin kids at the Bi-State tournament. He actually got to wrestle the reigning Division III state champion.
Is that right?
Yeah, it didn't go real well,
Okay.
but he got to wrestle him.
Yeah.
So that was his, I think it was his quarterfinal match.
Okay.
And then came back on the backside and got to wrestle a couple other state-ranked Wisconsin guys and beat a couple.
But what I like, I mean, you could see it, just heavy hands. He's feeling pressure really, really well. But even placing at placing at the Christmas tournament.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Earlier. So he not only placed at bi-states last week, he placed at the Christmas tournament, 2.5 weeks ago, and that is arguably that's tougher than the state tournament, right?
Agreed.
Would you agree?
Agreed.
Because it's all 3 classes, and then you have out-of-state talent that are going at it.
He also got to wrestle the North Dakota State champ at that one too. So he's got to wrestle the Wisconsin State champ and the North Dakota State champ.
He's trying to hit the Midwest.
Oh yeah, Midwest tour.
Yep.
Yeah, snap down though, man. That was just
Powerful
heavy hands.
That was right away at the beginning, but you saw it at the edge of the mat on the other side.
Hit it at the perfect time when the guy's coming in though.
Gosh.
Up to his feet right away. It's 10-3 now in favor of Christopher. Let's see a good shot here. He's got some head fakes going. Nice shot. See if he can drive through. Yep. Oh, beautiful blast double. My favorite part of tonight is listening to Hunter Pinky chuckle every time there's a big takedown. As Elijah's got him on his back and gets the pin for the Raiders. All right, so Elijah seals the deal in this dual meet. Raiders will win this one 62-6. As the Raiders look all the part as the number 4 ranked team in the state. And I'll tell you what, I'm excited to see some big dual meets that we have coming up. Watch this blast double one more time, switches up, comes up high to the head.
And I think he was contemplating at the end, do I cut him one more time? He goes, let me just try to throw in a half one time.
Yes.
And it worked out.
So big win for the Raiders. They get 2 state-ranked wins with Bainbridge and Fabota both notching wins against state-ranked wrestlers. Big confidence builders for the Raiders as they progress into their season. Coach Sheeman, what do you think about this dual meet and tonight's wrestling?
A lot of times when you're coming off a big tournament like the bi-state, I mean, you got to think. We've talked about it more and more. They've had 2 big tournaments where they haven't had a duel as a team, right?
Yep.
And it's tough to come back into a home duel and bring the energy. And I thought they did an awesome job of it. And that kind of comes from the leadership on at the top, between the coaches, your captains, and just keeping that energy. And I think we have a solid squad. It was fun to watch.
And still, again, missing some starters in this in tonight's duel, but didn't need them tonight. But obviously, you want to get them on the mat as fast as possible because they're going to need them. Here's some upcoming broadcasts for our viewers, so that for people that are wanting to tune in again. Next week, we're going to be tuning in against St. Croix Central, one of the top teams in Division II in the state of Wisconsin. They're coming to our house. That's going to be a great one. Our girls basketball team is going to take on North St. Paul on the 9th. Our girls hockey team is going to be taking on Simley. And then there's another Simley matchup with our boys swim and dive team on the 15th. Mitch, other thoughts before we kind of wrap up tonight?
No, I'm really impressed with the way they wrestled. I mean, you're looking at this team with 4 possible starters out.
Yeah.
Right? And continuing to grow together, and just cheering each other on. I really like the energy that they have right now.
Yeah, for sure.
It's fun to watch.
Hey, let's give a shout out one more time to the Schoolhouse, our big sponsor, along with our producer, our director, Mr. Hunter Pinky, the man that does it all. I'm Kyle Kreiser, as always, joined by Mitch Sheeman. Let's also give a shout out to our camera operators, Ian Andersek, Max Slocum, and Tori Sellner. And one more time to our man, Hunter, the guy who never takes a break, even on the holidays. Hunter, we appreciate all that you do, and thank you for our Hastings fans that are tuning in today. Hopefully you enjoyed the dual meets, and we'll be back at you next week again for more Hastings Wrestlings. Have a great night.